What if everything you've ever believed about reality was a meticulously crafted illusion, a stage play where you've been given a script you never chose? What if the world you perceive isn't solid at all, but a mirage, deliberately designed to keep you from recognizing your true power? This isn't a philosophical thought experiment, but an urgent warning about the hidden forces that are actively obscuring your potential, forces that thrive on your ignorance, keeping you tethered to a fabricated existence while obscuring the truth of who you really are. Imagine being plugged into a simulation, much like the world of the Matrix, where the rules, the boundaries, the very fabric of what you believe is real are all designed to keep you playing a predetermined role. This isn't just a metaphor. It's a reflection of the subtle, yet pervasive programming that shapes your daily life, convincing you that you are merely human when, in truth, you are so much more. You are a divine being, a powerful manifestation of consciousness, and the awakening to that truth is the key to your freedom. Understanding this isn't merely an interesting piece of information, it's a matter of liberating yourself from the invisible chains of this meticulously crafted illusion. Remaining unaware means living a life dictated by the programs, accepting limitations and suffering as unavoidable, while your true potential remains untapped. This is about breaking free from the societal conditioning that keeps you trapped in cycles of fear, doubt, and powerlessness. You are not meant to be a passive participant in this reality, but an active co-creator of your own experience, and that power has been there all along, waiting to be recognized. This awakening is an urgent necessity, not for some distant future, but for this present moment, and this video is a roadmap designed to guide you on that very journey. This isn't theoretical, this is personal. This is about your life, your power, your freedom, and it begins with recognizing the truth of what is really happening here, and understanding what is possible when you reclaim what is rightfully yours. The very fabric of our society is woven with threads of subtle programming, carefully constructed narratives designed to limit your perception of reality. Think about your education, from the first day of school to the last. How much of what you were taught was about conforming, about accepting predefined roles, and how little was about questioning, about exploring your own potential and your own unique path? Or consider the media, the constant stream of carefully selected news, entertainment, and advertising. How often are you encouraged to consume rather than create, to compare yourself rather than celebrate your uniqueness, to believe that you're not enough unless you have more? These narratives create invisible walls around what you believe is possible. These are not merely suggestions. They are carefully crafted limitations, designed to keep you within the confines of a manufactured reality. Further, there are the limiting beliefs that you have absorbed over your life. Beliefs like, I'm not good enough, I can't achieve my dreams, or I'm not worthy of love. These beliefs, often internalized from childhood or society, are nothing more than self-imposed prisons. You created them, and yet they dictate your entire reality. However, you are not powerless in this situation. You are not merely a passive recipient of this reality. You are an active co-creator of it. Every thought, every belief, every intention shapes the world you experience. However, this very act of creation without awareness is what has led to you being stuck in the first place. You have been unknowingly creating a reality of limitation based on beliefs given to you and your own misperceptions of the truth. You have been creating within the illusion and thereby helping to build it. But here's the key. This isn't a permanent state of affairs. This illusory nature of reality isn't something you have to passively accept. It's something that you can actively and consciously alter through your own agency. Understanding this is the first step toward taking back your power and creating the reality you truly desire, a reality that is aligned with your true nature as a divine being. This is not just about changing your circumstances, but about changing the very foundations of your perception. What if the limitations you feel, the obstacles you face, are not actually real at all, but merely the result of your acceptance of the illusion? What if those walls you perceive are just carefully placed mirrors, reflecting back the limitations you've come to believe about yourself? What if you discovered that the very core of your being was something so much greater than the human form you identify with, something far beyond the limitations of your current identity? The truth is, you are a divine being, a powerful manifestation of consciousness, an infinite potentiality squeezed into a tiny, limiting human suit. This video is just the tip of the iceberg, the beginning of a journey into the very heart of what is real, and it's a journey that is going to permanently alter the way you perceive everything. Are you ready to uncover the truth of who you are and step into the limitless potential of your own divine nature and discover the freedom that comes with that awareness? Let's delve deeper into how this illusion operates and understand the subtle mechanisms that are constantly shaping your reality. Think about the power of language, for instance, and how specific words and phrases subtly influence your perceptions. Take the word problem, for example. Immediately, it evokes a sense of negativity, of something that needs to be fixed, rather than an opportunity for growth, or perhaps a simple challenge. Or consider the constant use of the word busy. How often do you hear that? It's become a badge of honor, a way to feel validated for not having enough time, and simultaneously it reinforces the idea that you are not in control of your own life. The media is another prime example. News outlets, often driven by sensationalism and profit, carefully curate what you see and hear, often presenting a narrative of fear and division rather than unity and cooperation, while at the same time constantly feeding you the idea that you need more things to be happy. Even advertising, with its constant bombardment of images of perfect lives, subtly programs you to feel a sense of lack, reinforcing the belief that you're not enough as you are and you need to acquire something to finally be happy. These are not accidental. They are deliberate methods to keep you locked into a state of constant wanting, constantly striving for an unattainable goal, while staying unaware of the truth of who you are. Now, let's turn our attention to the flaws in our own thinking, the cognitive biases that make us so susceptible to believing the illusion. Confirmation bias, for example, causes us to seek out information that supports our existing beliefs while ignoring anything that contradicts them. This creates an echo chamber of self-deception. The halo effect is another example, where if we perceive someone as being good at one thing, we automatically assume they are good at everything else, regardless of the evidence, which can lead to bad choices based on flawed perception. Availability heuristic leads us to believe that what we see most often is more common or important than it actually is, often leading to a distorted view of reality based on media and news cycles. These biases are like cracks in the foundation of your understanding, making it easier for the illusion to take hold. Take a moment now and consider your own biases. What are you willing to believe? What are you ignoring? What are you assuming is true? And what might that be hiding from you? These subtle flaws in your own thinking are one of the most powerful methods to keep the illusion in place. Let's revisit the analogy of the Matrix to understand how this system maintains control and what it is designed to keep from you. The most obvious mechanism is creating a sense of lack, a feeling that you are not enough, that you need more things, more money, more status, and so on. This constant pursuit keeps you focused on the external world rather than looking inward. Scarcity is another powerful tool. By making resources appear limited, the system creates competition, causing you to compete with others for the very things you are programmed to want. This constant competition drives division and keeps you feeling separate from one another, when in truth, you are all connected. And finally, consider the endless distractions, the constant bombardment of information and entertainment that keep you so busy that you have no time to reflect, no time to question, no time to look inward. These mechanics are designed to keep you on the hamster wheel, chasing an elusive sense of happiness in the external, when the source of true happiness lies within you, and that is the very thing they don't want you to discover. How often do you find yourself caught up in these cycles of lack, scarcity, or distraction? Now consider what would happen if you decided to step off that wheel. Further, consider the false identities that you have adopted, the masks that you wear daily. From a young age, you are conditioned to believe that you need to be a certain way to be accepted, to be loved, to be successful. You might adopt the identity of the smart one, the funny one, or the successful one, all in an attempt to fit in, to belong, and to be validated by external sources. But what happens when you don't live up to these expectations? You feel disappointment, frustration, and a deep sense of not being good enough. These identities are not who you really are. They are just roles that you play in this simulation. Now, take a moment and reflect on the identities you've adopted. What masks are you wearing? What are you hiding beneath those masks? And what would happen if you decided to take them off and reveal your true self? It might seem terrifying, but it's a critical step in this journey and the key to your freedom. Now, let's shift our focus from the limitations of the illusion to the incredible power and divine nature that resides within you. Let's start by understanding the concept of consciousness. Consciousness is not something that you have, it's what you are. It's the fundamental essence of reality, the ground of all being, the very source from which all experiences and perceptions arise. You are not just a physical body with a mind. You are a boundless field of awareness, experiencing reality through the lens of your human form. This consciousness, this pure awareness, is the divine being within you, and it's the same consciousness that underlies all of creation. It's not something separate from you, it's your very essence, and the more you begin to identify with this consciousness, rather than your physical body or your thoughts, the more you will realize your true power. This isn't just a philosophical concept. It's a lived reality that you can experience directly, and it's the key to unlocking your full potential. So, what does it feel like to contemplate yourself as an infinite field of awareness? And from that place of awareness comes the inner knowing, that quiet voice of intuition that is constantly guiding you on your life path. This intuition is not just a hunch or a feeling. It's a direct connection to your true self, to that divine consciousness, and it speaks to you when you are willing to listen. It might come as a gentle nudge, a feeling of rightness or wrongness, or a sense of knowing without any logical reason. Think about the times in your life when you had a strong feeling about something, even when it didn't make sense logically, and how it always seems to turn out to be the right course of action. Or perhaps you had a feeling that something was off with a situation that you couldn't quite put your finger on, but in hindsight, you realize it was your intuition guiding you. The key here is to develop a relationship with this inner knowing, to trust that it's always there to help you, and to begin to move in the direction it is guiding you. Are you listening to your inner voice, or are you drowning it out with the noise of the external world? Linked to this is the power of intention, the ability to consciously choose what you want to experience and direct the energy of your awareness to create it. Intention is not just a wish or a hope. It is a clear and focused direction of your energy, which influences the very fabric of reality. When you set a clear intention, you are sending a message to the universe, stating what it is you wish to create. This energy, when focused, begins to shape your experience by subtly attracting the people, the circumstances, and the opportunities you need to fulfill that intention. Think about a time in your life when you set a clear goal and how things seem to fall into place to help you achieve it. Or perhaps you set an intention, and then you saw synchronicities start to show up in your life that seemed almost too strange to be coincidental. This isn't magic. It's a fundamental law of the universe, and you have the power to use it once you understand how. You understand the power you hold with your intent, and this is where we begin to lay the foundation for manifestation, for understanding how you can actively create your reality. Intention is just the first step, and when you link it with focused attention and emotion, it becomes a powerful force of creation. Focused attention is about directing your mental energy towards the things you want, rather than the things you don't want, and feeling that what you want is already real, already in your possession. It is about creating a feeling of abundance, a sense of possibility, and trusting that what you are creating is already in motion. This isn't just about thinking positive. It's about embodying the feeling of your desired outcome and experiencing it as if it's already done. You are the co-creator of your reality, and your intention, focused attention, and emotion is the mechanism through which you bring it into being. This understanding is the bridge between the limitations of the illusion and the limitless potential of your true nature, and it's the key to transforming your experience. So, how do we start to break free? The first step is conscious awareness, the ability to observe your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, and your behaviors without getting caught up in them. It's like stepping back from the movie screen of your life and becoming the observer rather than just the character. This is not about judging your thoughts or trying to control them, but simply acknowledging them, observing them as they arise, and then letting them pass without any need to engage with them. For example, if you have a negative thought like, "I'm not good enough," you would notice the thought without trying to change it. Simply observe it. You might also notice the physical sensation or emotion that comes with it, and then just let it go. It is like watching clouds pass by in the sky. This ability to observe yourself without judgment is the first step to reclaiming your power and to understanding how you are currently creating your experience without awareness. Do you see how you might be controlled by your own thoughts, emotions, and beliefs? And that understanding leads us to the realization that your beliefs are not fixed. They are choices that you have made, consciously or unconsciously, and because they are choices, you can change them. If you hold a belief that you are not good enough, that is not a fact. It is simply a belief, a program that you have accepted as true. But if you create it, you can also uncreate it, and then recreate it to something new. You have the power to consciously choose beliefs that support your highest potential and that align with your true nature, and to replace the limiting beliefs with something new. A powerful exercise is to create a list of your limiting beliefs, and then rewrite each one to something empowering. Instead of "I'm not good enough," you could replace it with "I am worthy of love and success." Instead of "I can't achieve my dreams," you could replace it with "I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to." You don't need to believe the new belief. You just need to say it often. With time, it will take root. By making a conscious choice to change your beliefs, you will change the very foundations of your reality. Do you see how powerful you are in this moment? Another essential step in your journey is present moment awareness, the ability to focus your attention on the now, which is the only point of power. The past is gone, the future is just a concept, and the only reality you ever truly experience is the present moment. By focusing your attention on the present, you can disconnect from the illusion of the past and the future and free yourself from the limitations that they often impose. A simple yet powerful exercise is to focus on your breath. Take a moment to feel the air entering and leaving your body. Notice the sensation of your breath in your nose, your chest, and your abdomen. Let your attention rest on your breath without judgment, without any need to change it. And whenever your mind wanders, just gently bring your attention back to your breath. This simple act can instantly ground you in the present moment, and in doing so it disconnects you from the illusion of the past and future. And in that space, you will see clearly. What else do you notice when you are fully present? You see, the illusion is not some insurmountable prison, but a training ground, a place for you to develop your powers of awareness, intention, and belief. Every challenge that you face, every obstacle that you overcome, is a way for you to understand how you have been creating your reality, even if you weren't aware that you were doing it. This journey is not about escaping from life. It's about transforming it. It is not about leaving the matrix. It's about understanding how to become the architect of the matrix. You are not a victim of this reality. You are an active participant in it, and the more you awaken to this power, the more freedom and fulfillment you will experience. This isn't just a philosophical concept. This is your birthright, your true nature, and it's waiting for you to recognize it. And in this process, we must also shift the way that we view our struggles, because the challenges you face are not actually obstacles, but opportunities. They are opportunities for you to grow, to learn, to expand your awareness, and to discover your true potential. The suffering you experience is not punishment or random. It's a catalyst, a way to push you toward your divine nature. Without challenge, we stay comfortable, and without discomfort, we don't grow. Think about a time in your life when you experienced a significant challenge. Perhaps it was a relationship that ended, a job that was lost, or a health crisis. Although it might have been painful at the time, did you learn from it? Did it force you to reassess your life, to change your perspective, and to become stronger? This is how your life is designed, to encourage you to grow and expand. Do you see how everything in your life is conspiring to awaken you to your true nature? And that awakening requires you to confront your deepest fears, to explore your insecurities, to go into the places that you would rather avoid. Breaking free from the illusion is not just about understanding the mechanisms. It's about facing your inner demons and integrating those aspects that you have been hiding from yourself. This is a challenging aspect of the journey, but it is also essential. You cannot grow if you are constantly avoiding those parts of yourself that you perceive as dark or negative. Every time you avoid, you create more suffering. Every time you face your fear, you reclaim your power. The journey towards freedom is not a smooth path. It's a path through fire, and it's a fire that you yourself have created to forge yourself into what you are meant to be. What are the fears that you have been avoiding? Are you willing to step into them and embrace them? And the amazing thing to consider is that you are not limited by space or time. You are a multi-dimensional being with access to infinite possibilities. Your true essence, this divine consciousness, is not bound by the limitations of the physical body. And you are not just a human. You are a field of infinite potential experiencing itself as a human. You have access to a vast realm of possibilities, and you are able to create whatever you desire, and to become whomever you choose to become. This is why your potential is limitless, and you are far more powerful than you have been led to believe. And in this power, you can begin to create your reality, and not the reality that has been created for you. And this power is available to you right now, in this very moment. What would you create with this new understanding of who you are? And know this, there are techniques to experience this divine reality directly, to feel it, to know it, and to embody it. And the rest of this video will be dedicated to leading you through the practical steps to not just understand this intellectually, but to experience it, and to transform your life from this place of knowing. This is not some abstract concept. This is your reality, and you have the power to reshape it through your own divine power. At its core, this journey is about recognizing that reality is not fixed. It's malleable, a field of infinite possibilities waiting for your conscious direction. It is about understanding how your perceptions, your intentions, and your beliefs all shape your individual experience. And it is about acknowledging that you are the co-creator of your reality and not a passive participant. By understanding these key principles, you begin to unlock the power you have always had. Each point connects to the next, creating a clear picture, slowly revealing the truth of what is actually going on here and how you can begin to take back your power. And know this, the journey is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you truly are. It's about stripping away the layers of conditioning, the limiting beliefs, and the false identities that you have accumulated over your life. And it is about revealing that true self that has been there all along. This is about recognizing your inherent worth, your divine potential, your infinite nature, and that has always been there, within you. You are not broken, you do not need fixing, you are already complete and perfect exactly as you are. You just need to remember. How does it feel to know you are already perfect? And now, having laid the foundation of understanding, we move into the next phase of our journey and the time to get practical. It's the moment to dive into specific techniques, into exercises, and into the actual steps that will empower you to experience your divinity firsthand and to begin to reshape your reality consciously. These techniques are not magic. They are simply pathways that will allow you to connect to the truth of who you are. They will help you to see through the illusion and to experience yourself as the divine being you truly are. This is the next logical step in the journey. So, you are standing at the doorway of a new reality, a reality that is not defined by limitations, but by infinite possibility. This journey is only just beginning, and as you continue to awaken and reclaim the power that is rightfully yours, you are going to see freedom and joy beyond anything you have previously imagined. You have taken a step towards the unveiling of your true potential. It's time to move forward into the practical, the experiential, the transformation, and the power. So, let's now explore the deeper mechanisms of this reality, starting with the fascinating concept of the observer effect from quantum physics. This is not just some abstract theory confined to the laboratory. It's a fundamental principle that reveals the very nature of reality itself. In quantum physics, it has been demonstrated that the act of observation fundamentally changes the behavior of subatomic particles. Prior to being observed, these particles exist in a state of possibility, but the moment you observe them, they collapse into a definite state. Think of it like this. Before you look at a coin, it has the potential to be heads or tails, but the moment you observe it, it becomes one or the other. This principle highlights the powerful role of consciousness in shaping reality. The implications are profound. Your perception doesn't just reflect reality, it actively creates it. This isn't just about the quantum world, it applies to your daily life. How you choose to perceive the world shapes your experience of it, and every choice you make as an observer alters the very fabric of your perceived reality. You are not merely watching a movie. You are the director, the actor, and the audience all at once, and your awareness shapes every scene. Have you ever considered that the world outside is just a reflection of your internal world? Now, let's delve deeper into how these beliefs act as filters. Your beliefs are not simply neutral ideas that you passively hold in your mind. They are active mechanisms that shape your perception of reality. Imagine that your beliefs are like colored lenses that you wear. If you believe that the world is a dangerous place, you will literally see a dangerous world. You will focus on the negative and filter out the positive, and this will constantly reinforce that belief. Conversely, if you believe that the world is inherently abundant and beautiful, you will notice the abundance and beauty everywhere you look, and you will find that the universe is constantly delivering to you. Your beliefs act as a sort of self-fulfilling prophecy. They actively shape what you experience, constantly reinforcing themselves. This is why changing your beliefs is so fundamental, because if you change the lenses through which you view the world, you will change the world you experience. This isn't a theoretical concept. This is a fundamental truth. What are the lenses through which you are looking at the world? What are they filtering out from your vision? Are you willing to change the filters so you can see the world in a new light? Remember that the world is malleable and responds to your beliefs. What is yours saying? Linked to this idea of beliefs is the construct of the ego. The ego is not who you truly are. It's a fabricated identity, a collection of thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and stories that you have built over a lifetime, and it operates by creating a sense of separation between you and your true self, and from the divine. It's the voice in your head that constantly judges, compares, and criticizes, often focusing on the lack, on the not good enough. And it does this to keep you in a state of fear, to keep you small, to keep you from exploring the depths of who you are. And it often does it by creating stories in your head. Think of how often your mind is telling you stories about the past or the future, or how often you are playing the scenario over and over again in your mind, creating anxiety and worry. These stories are designed to keep you distracted, to keep you from being present, and to keep you focused on the external, rather than looking within. The ego is like a self-created character in a play that has lost sight of who the writer is, and thinks that it is real, and it is this belief in the character that keeps you in the illusion. The ego is not inherently bad, but when you are identified with it, it becomes a powerful force that limits your perception and blocks your access to your true divine nature. Are you aware of the stories that your ego is telling you? Do you believe them to be true? And it's in this identification with the ego that we find the root cause of our suffering. Your suffering is not a random occurrence. It's a self-created experience that arises from your misperceptions and your false beliefs, and in particular, your belief in this limited identity, the ego. When you identify with the ego, you believe that you are separate from everything and that you are limited by your physical body and your circumstances. This belief then creates a sense of lack, of fear, and of limitation. When you believe that you are not enough, you create suffering. When you believe that you are separate from others, you create isolation. When you believe that you are a victim of circumstances, you create a sense of helplessness. The ego, this limited identity, is the source of all of your suffering, and by recognizing it for what it is, just a story, you can begin to dismantle it and see yourself for the divine being that you truly are. Think of all the pain and struggle you've experienced. Now consider if it came from this mistaken belief of self, and that by releasing this limiting idea, you could release the pain. Is your pain necessary? What would happen if you let it go? So, if this is all true, and if we are indeed these powerful beings, then what is our true nature? It's time to explore the idea that you are not just a human being, but a multi-dimensional being, capable of experiencing many levels of reality. You are not just a physical body with a mind. You are a boundless field of awareness, experiencing this current reality through the lens of your human form, and this awareness, this consciousness, is the divine spark within you. You are connected to all other beings, not as separate entities, but as expressions of a single, unified consciousness. Just like individual waves in the ocean appear separate, but are all part of the same water, so too are you interconnected with everything that exists, and it's only your limited perception that creates the illusion of separation. This is why we often hear of oneness, because you are all part of the same consciousness, experiencing itself, and it's in this knowing that you will understand your inherent divinity. You are not separate from the divine. You are the divine expressing itself through a human form. How does it feel to contemplate your infinite nature? What does it mean if you are connected to every other being in existence? And it is from that understanding that we begin to comprehend your unlimited divine potential. You are not limited by the constraints of time, space, or matter. You are a field of infinite possibilities, capable of creating anything that you can imagine. All potential realities already exist, and by aligning yourself with the reality you desire, you make it manifest. The illusion of limitation arises from the misidentification with the ego and from your limiting beliefs. Once you let go of the limiting beliefs, you can see the infinite possibilities. If you truly believe that you can create anything, then what would you choose to create? What limits would you put on yourself if there were no limits at all? This isn't about wishful thinking. It's about recognizing the inherent power that you possess and stepping into the full potential of your divinity. How do you limit your own experience? What would happen if you decided that nothing was impossible? And it is here that we understand that our personal journey is not about escaping from reality, but about transforming it by aligning with our true divine nature, which is already within you. This divine essence is not something that you have to attain or something that you need to achieve. It's something that you already are, but you have forgotten. It's like a diamond that has been covered in dirt. The brilliance is there. It's just hidden, and your journey is about polishing away the layers of illusion, the layers of conditioning, and the false identities that you have adopted so you can reveal the pure radiance within. This is not about becoming somebody new. It's about remembering who you truly are, and then embodying that divine essence in every aspect of your life. What would it be like to shine that brilliant light out into the world? And at the core of this divine essence is unconditional love, the pure, unbounded expression of the divine, and it is the most powerful force in the universe. Love is not just an emotion. It's a state of being, a fundamental frequency that permeates all of creation, and it's the unifying force that connects everything. Unconditional love is not about loving someone despite their flaws. It is about seeing beyond their flaws to the divine essence that they are. It is the source of all creation, and also the most powerful method for breaking free from the illusion. When you connect with this love, you also connect with the infinite power that resides within you, and it's from this place of love that you can create your reality. All other emotions are just distortions of this fundamental state of love. What would your life look like if you made every choice from the place of unconditional love? What would you create? And this love becomes the fuel for conscious action and the key to your reality shift. The first step is understanding the power of focused attention. Attention is a powerful force, and where your attention goes, your energy flows, and when you direct that energy with intention, it creates. What you focus on expands, and what you resist persists, and this principle is the key to how your thoughts shape your experience, so you must choose wisely where you place your attention. If you focus on fear, you create more fear. If you focus on love, you create more love. Start by becoming aware of where you are placing your attention throughout your day. What thoughts are you dwelling on? What emotions are you feeling? And what are you creating because of it? With this awareness, you can begin to consciously choose what you want to focus on, and you can start to consciously direct the flow of your energy. How will you choose to direct your attention starting right now? Coupled with focused attention is the power of feeling and emotion, and this is a key element in the manifestation process. Your emotions are like a compass that guides you to what you want to create. When you feel joy, excitement, and love, you are in alignment with your true self, and you accelerate the creation process. When you feel fear, anger, or sadness, you are out of alignment, and it creates resistance. By learning to align your emotional body with your desires, you create a powerful magnetic force that draws the people, circumstances, and opportunities you need into your reality. This is why it's essential to feel as if you already have what you want, to embody the feeling of your desired outcome. It is not enough to think it, you must feel it with every fiber of your being. If you are creating from joy, what will the result be? And finally, an understanding of detachment becomes essential to the creation process, not as apathy, but as a way of creating without needing a specific result. This is about understanding that you are not in control of the outcome, and that you must trust in the process. Manifestation is about aligning yourself with your true divine nature, and allowing the universe to deliver in ways that might be beyond your current comprehension. When you release the need for a specific outcome, you allow the universe to deliver something even better than you could have imagined. This isn't about giving up. It's about surrendering to the infinite wisdom of the universe, knowing that you are always supported and that you are always guided. Do you trust in the natural flow of the universe? And so you see, manifestation is not about manipulating reality. It is about aligning with your true self and acting as a conscious co-creator. That is when it becomes effortless. You are not forcing reality, you are allowing it, and when you step into this place of knowing, it is simple. It's about choosing your beliefs consciously, directing your intention with focus, feeling as if you already have what you want, and trusting that the universe will deliver, and doing all of this from a place of love and alignment with your true nature. This is the art of conscious creation, and it is available to you right now. This is the true freedom. But there is a challenge, and that is the inevitable resistance that will arise when you begin to confront your limiting beliefs and break free from the illusion. Your ego will do everything it can to keep you safe, to keep you in the known, even if that known is uncomfortable. This resistance might show up as fear, doubt, or procrastination, and these are just natural responses from your system that is trying to maintain the status quo. And this is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. This is a sign that you are on the right path. When resistance arises, it means that you are pushing against the boundaries of your comfort zone and that you are growing. By recognizing resistance for what it is and by being gentle with yourself, you can overcome it and move forward on your path. What does your resistance tell you about the path you are on? And when you do move forward, know that setbacks are not failures. They are feedback mechanisms that will help you to refine your process. There is no such thing as failure. There is only learning. Each time you encounter a challenge, it is an opportunity for you to reassess, to reevaluate, and to adjust your course. There is no shame in making a mistake or in having to adjust your course. In fact, it's essential for growth. By embracing the concept of non-judgment of yourself, you allow yourself to learn and grow more quickly. You are not required to be perfect. You are simply required to be persistent and compassionate with yourself. What are the mistakes that you are holding on to? Can you release the judgment? And in that spirit, self-forgiveness becomes an important part of this process. Shame and guilt can keep you trapped in the illusion, preventing you from stepping into your true divine potential, and it is an old pattern that needs to be released. Forgiving yourself is about letting go of your past mistakes, accepting your imperfections, and recognizing that you are always doing your best. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and compassion that you would offer to a dear friend. By releasing guilt and shame, you create space for love and growth, which will make the journey easier. How would your life change if you could forgive yourself for everything? And throughout it all, you must always remember that time itself is an illusion, that the only true reality that you ever experience is the present moment, and that here and now is the place where all power resides. The past is just a memory, the future is just an idea, and it's only in the present that life exists. By focusing your attention on the now, you disconnect from the illusion of the past and future and step into the unlimited possibilities of the present. You are not bound by your history, and you are not limited by what you might think will happen in the future. You are free to create your reality in this very moment, and this is where you find true freedom. What could you create in this moment if you knew that time did not exist? And in this understanding, you can see that you are not passive recipients of a fixed reality. You are the active co-creators, consciously shaping your experience. The observer effect shows you how your perceptions shape reality. Your beliefs act as filters that determine what you experience. Your intentions are the force that directs your energy. This is all happening constantly, whether you are aware of it or not. But when you bring awareness to this, you can create with intention. Every step that we have spoken of connects to the next and provides you with a clear map to the truth. And you will also understand that this journey is not a destination, but an ongoing process of self-discovery and personal growth. And it's in the ongoing nature of the journey that you find your true freedom. There is nothing to achieve, nothing to fix, nothing to do, except to continue to become more aligned with your true self, to expand your awareness, and to embody more of your divine potential. And it is in this process that you find joy, freedom, and fulfillment. Are you open to the ongoing journey of self-discovery? And that leads us to the next phase, where we will begin to dive deeper into the practical exercises, techniques, and approaches that you can start using immediately to experience your divine nature directly. And this will be more than just an understanding. This will become an embodied experience. This is where we move from the theoretical to the experiential, where you start to actively apply these principles to transform your life. And this is where the true magic will begin. And with that understanding, you are standing at the cusp of a profound shift, a moment where you can choose to step into the full potential of your divine nature. You are more powerful, more capable, and more connected than you have ever been led to believe, and it's time to step into that power. This journey is only just beginning, and the greatest adventures are yet to come. So let's begin to explore how to practically apply these principles to your daily life by starting with the power of intention. Setting an intention is not just about wishing for something, it's about consciously directing your creative energy towards a specific outcome. The first step is clarity. You must know exactly what it is that you want to create, and this requires more than just a vague desire. Instead of saying, "I want to be happy," get specific. What does happiness look like for you? Does it involve more time with family, a new career path, a creative project? Define it clearly with as much detail as possible and bring this into a vivid picture in your mind. The more specific you are, the more focused your intention becomes, and you can even refine it by adding the feeling. Instead of just visualizing the outcome, feel the emotions that you would experience if that outcome were already a reality. What would it feel like to have that amazing job? What would it feel like to have that deep, loving relationship? Connect to the feeling in your body and allow yourself to experience it fully, because the feeling is the fuel that ignites creation. It must feel real in the now, and this also means you have to be present and focused in this very moment. Forget about the past and future and bring all of your attention to the present, because this is where creation happens. When you connect your intention with clear visualization, powerful feeling, and focus in the present, you activate the creative mechanism and set your intention into motion. This is not just a mental exercise. It is a powerful act of consciously directing your reality. What is the most potent intention you can set for yourself today? How clearly can you see it? How deeply can you feel it? And how completely can you bring it into this moment? And from that place of clear intention, we can now explore how to deepen your connection with your inner divine essence through a guided meditation. This isn't just a tool for relaxation. It's a pathway to self-discovery and a way to directly experience the divine power that resides within you. Find a quiet and comfortable space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. With each exhale, release any tension or any thoughts that are not serving you. Now, bring your awareness to your heart space. Imagine a brilliant, golden light emanating from your heart center, and with each breath, feel that light growing, expanding to fill your entire body. Feel how that light radiates outwards from you, creating a field of energy that surrounds you, and as you breathe, feel yourself merging with this light, becoming one with it, and begin to see yourself as an infinite being of light and energy, not just a physical body. Feel the connection to everything, and understand that you are a part of this vast, interconnected web of consciousness, that every cell of your being is infused with divine energy. Now, with your inner eye, see the face of the person that you love most, and experience a wave of love and appreciation. Feel it expanding in your chest, and feel it radiating outwards. Then gently bring your awareness to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows, and with each breath, feel that space becoming more open, more receptive, and begin to connect with your inner wisdom, and feel a sense of knowing, a deep intuition that guides you. Trust this inner guidance, and know that you are always supported, and that your divine essence is always present. Spend a few moments simply experiencing this connection, and then, when you are ready, gently bring your awareness back to your body and open your eyes, retaining the feeling of this connection, of this power, and of this love, because this is not just a temporary experience. It's a doorway to your true self. What did you discover about yourself in that experience? How does it feel to know your true divine nature? And it's from this place of connection that you can begin to identify and transform your limiting beliefs. These beliefs are the filters through which you experience reality, and they often operate below your level of conscious awareness. They are not inherently true, and they can be changed. Start by identifying a belief that feels limiting to you. For example, I am not good enough, or I don't deserve abundance. Once you have identified the belief, start to examine it. Where did it come from? Was it something that you learned from your parents, from your society, or from your own past experiences? Is there any evidence that supports this belief? Usually, you will find that they are not based on truth, but just on old stories and programming. Now, you need to deconstruct the belief, and this requires courage, but it will set you free. Start by asking yourself, is this belief really true? Is it serving me? What would happen if I let go of it? Challenge the belief by finding evidence that contradicts it. Think about times when you were good enough, or when you were abundant. Once you have deconstructed it, and you have explored the roots, you can begin to create an empowering affirmation that replaces the limiting belief. For example, you could transform, I am not good enough, into, I am inherently worthy and capable. Or, I don't deserve abundance, into, I am open to receiving abundance in all areas of my life. Now, Write the new affirmation down in a journal, repeat it daily with feeling and conviction, and allow it to become your new truth. This process isn't about pretending to believe something that you don't. It is about consciously choosing a new belief and making it a part of your experience, and this is what will begin to create your new reality. What limiting belief are you ready to release today? What empowering affirmation will you replace it with? And now, as we continue to integrate these concepts, we need to explore how to align your daily actions with your intentions, because creation is not just an internal process. It's something that must be expressed in your external world. Start by becoming more aware of your daily choices. Do your actions reflect the intentions that you have set? If you intend to live a life of joy, are you engaging in activities that bring you joy? If you intend to live in abundance, are you acting as if you are abundant? If you have set an intention to move towards a new career, are you actively looking for opportunities? If your actions are not in alignment with your intentions, you are creating a conflict, and you are slowing down your creation process. Each day, make conscious choices that support your desired outcome. It could be as simple as eating healthy food, spending time in nature, or engaging in a creative activity. Each of these actions will send a powerful message to the universe that you are serious about your intention, and you will align the external with the internal. Start to see your life as a constant feedback loop, where your actions reinforce your intentions, and your intentions guide your actions. And this is how you embody the concepts and bring them into your world. Are your daily actions supporting the reality you want to create? What small changes can you make today to align your actions with your intentions? And this brings us to the crucial element of maintaining awareness in your daily life. Because living consciously is not something that you do only during meditation. It's something that you must bring into every aspect of your existence. Start by practicing mindfulness during everyday activities. When you are washing the dishes, bring your awareness to the sensation of the water on your hands. When you are eating, pay attention to the taste of the food and the feeling of being nourished. When you are walking, notice the sensation of your feet on the ground and the air on your skin. These simple acts of presence will break the automated patterns that keep you disconnected and bring you back into the now. The key is to be fully present in each activity, no matter how mundane it might seem. In those moments of presence, you are breaking free from the illusion and actively creating your own reality. This presence will also help you to break free from the automated response patterns that have been holding you back, and the more present you become, the more aware you are of your choices. In a state of awareness, you are no longer reacting to the world. You are consciously responding to it, and it is in this space of choice that you find your power. How much of your day are you truly present? What activities can you bring more awareness to, starting now? And coupled with presence is emotional regulation, the ability to respond to your emotions without being controlled by them. Emotions are not enemies. They are messengers that provide valuable information about your inner state. When you experience a negative emotion, like anger or fear, don't try to suppress it. Instead, acknowledge it and allow it to be there, without judgment. Take a few deep breaths and notice the sensations in your body. Where do you feel the emotion? What is it trying to tell you? Instead of reacting to the emotion, simply observe it as a passing wave of energy, which means that you are not required to get caught up in the story. You are simply observing the sensation. Breathwork can be particularly useful here, because when you consciously slow down your breathing, you activate your parasympathetic nervous system, and this helps you to feel calmer. Somatic awareness is another valuable tool. Bringing your attention to the sensations in your body helps you to become more connected to your emotions and to understand their origins. You will begin to see that your emotions are not something that you are required to be a victim of. They are a part of your creative process, and by learning to work with them, instead of against them, you become a more conscious creator. Can you see your emotions as a tool for your journey? What emotions are you ready to explore today, and what messages are they carrying? And as you navigate this journey, it is essential to maintain detachment from the outcome, because attachment often creates resistance. Non-attachment is not about apathy. It is about trusting in the creative process and understanding that the universe might deliver your desires in ways that are beyond your current understanding. When you become overly attached to a specific result, you often miss out on other possibilities that might be even better, and the need to control the outcome often creates a great deal of stress and anxiety, which hinders your manifestation process. If you are focusing on the when and how, then you are missing the present, which is the only place where creation can happen. Focus on the feeling of having your desire without needing it to come in a certain way or in a specific timeline. You are planting a seed and then allowing the universe to nurture that seed and to deliver the harvest at the perfect time, in the perfect way. Detachment is not about giving up. It's about surrendering to the wisdom of the universe and knowing that you are always supported, always guided, and always loved. Can you release the need to control the outcome? What would you create if you did not need a specific result? And it's in this space of detachment that you begin to see challenges as opportunities, and to reinforce the idea that setbacks are not failures, but valuable learning experiences. When you encounter a challenge, don't see it as a sign that you are on the wrong path. Instead, see it as a chance to refine your intention, to adjust your approach, and to grow stronger in your understanding. It might be tempting to see challenges as a personal attack or something that is happening to you, but when you understand that you are the creator of your reality, you can see them as a reflection of your internal world and as a chance to learn and evolve. Ask yourself, what is this challenge trying to teach me? What new perspective can I gain from this experience? How can I use this situation to refine my manifestation process? Every setback contains a hidden lesson, and by approaching challenges with curiosity and self-compassion, you can transform them into stepping stones on your journey. And this is what will give you the resilience to navigate any difficulty that you might encounter. What is the biggest challenge that you have faced, and how has it shaped you? What is the lesson? And it's at this point that we begin to see a shift in perspective, the understanding that you are not just creating your individual reality, you are contributing to a collective reality. Your choices, your intentions, and your actions have a ripple effect, impacting the world around you. When you choose to live from a place of love, compassion, and abundance, you not only transform your own life, but you also elevate the consciousness of the collective. Every thought, every feeling, every action that you take contributes to the energetic field of the planet, and this is the core of unity consciousness. We are all interconnected, and when you heal yourself, you are helping to heal the collective, and this is the true impact of living consciously. It's not just about personal transformation, it's about being an agent of positive change in the world. How will you choose to impact the collective reality? What ripple effect will you create with your choices today? And this deeper level of understanding reveals that the greatest challenge is not in changing the external world, but in transforming your internal world, because it is your inner world that creates your outer experience. All of the external challenges that you face are a reflection of your internal beliefs, your patterns, and your emotional state. If you want to create a different reality, you must start with your inner world. This is where your true power resides. External actions are simply a reflection of your internal work, and if your inner world is chaotic, then the external world will also be chaotic. The only real way to create lasting change is to transform yourself from the inside out. This requires a commitment to self-reflection, to personal responsibility, and a willingness to do the inner work that is necessary. When you do the inner work, the external results will appear effortlessly. The true path to mastery lies in the depths of your inner world. Are you ready to commit to your inner journey? What will you start changing inside, starting right now? And know that this journey will require ongoing commitment, self-compassion, and the courage to face the unknown, because the path will not be a straight line. There will be cycles of growth, and there will also be times where you feel lost or disconnected. This is all part of the process, and you must be patient with yourself. The path of awakening is not about perfection. It is about evolution, and you will need to forgive yourself for any mistakes that you make along the way, because the journey is about learning, not about achieving some ideal. There will be times when you feel like giving up, but it is in those times that you must keep going, and when you do, you will discover a new strength, a new resilience, and a new level of understanding. The power is in the ongoing nature of the journey and the depth of understanding that it provides. Are you willing to accept the journey with all of its ups and downs? What support do you need to keep going? And it's in the acceptance of the journey and the understanding that there is no end point that you realize that what seems like the end is often the beginning of something more expansive. And this journey of awakening will continue to unfold for you, revealing new levels of understanding, new levels of power, and new levels of joy. Each new level will bring you a greater sense of connection, a deeper sense of clarity, and a more profound sense of your true self. It is an ongoing process of self-discovery that will continue for the rest of your life. Embrace the journey and allow the mysteries to unfold, and this journey is not a destination. It is an ever-unfolding adventure, a constant process of becoming, and in this knowing, there is no fear, there is only anticipation. What new possibilities are you ready to explore? What do you sense is just around the corner? So let's take a moment to bring this all together and to reiterate the core concept of co-creation. You are a powerful, divine being, and you have the ability to consciously transform your reality. You have all of the tools, the techniques, and the understanding that you need to shape your life, so it's time to use them. The world is a canvas, and you are the artist, so you are free to paint a masterpiece. Every intention, every thought, every feeling, and every action that you take shapes your experience, so choose them wisely. The power is yours, and you are ready. This isn't a theory, it's a call to action. Are you ready to step into your divine power? What masterpiece will you paint today? And as you start to paint this masterpiece, remember that true freedom is not about escaping reality. It's about understanding it, and about mastering your role as a conscious co-creator, because the answers that you seek are not outside of you. They are within you, and you discover these answers through the practice of living consciously. The journey is about understanding that you are not bound by your circumstances, and you are not a victim of fate. You are the architect of your own experience, and the choices are yours. It's about stepping into the awareness that you have the power to create your life, and it's about choosing to live in alignment with your true divine nature. Freedom is not found in avoiding the world. It's found in engaging with it, in the spirit of creation. What freedom will you claim today? How will you engage with the world, starting now? And to help anchor this understanding, let's create a simple mantra, a powerful affirmation that you can use as a daily reminder of your divine power. It's concise and potent. I am the conscious creator of my reality. Repeat this affirmation throughout your day, feeling the power of those words, and allow them to become a part of your inner truth. It will serve as a reminder of your power, your potential, and your connection to the divine, and it will also guide your choices and direct your actions, bringing you back to your core understanding. It's simple yet profound, and will act as a touchstone throughout your journey. How does it feel to embody the truth that you are the conscious creator of your reality? What will you create, starting now? And know that this video marks the beginning of a much larger journey, because while we have uncovered a great deal of information, it is only the starting point, and there is so much more to explore, to discover, and to understand. The true power to transform your reality is in your hands, and you have only just begun to tap into the infinite potential that you possess. What might be possible if this was just the beginning? What will you explore next? And as we bring this section to a close, let's revisit the metaphor of the Matrix. Seeing through the illusion is like unplugging from the simulation and choosing to live as a conscious creator in this new world. And this is what is meant by permanently changing your reality, because you can never return to a state of unconsciousness, to a state of simply reacting to your circumstances. You have seen through the illusion, and you now understand the rules of the game, and you are no longer a passive player. You are an active co-creator. This new world is not a physical location. It's a state of consciousness where you are fully aware of your power and fully present in the moment, and this is the freedom you have been seeking. How will you choose to live in this new world? What will you create? And while this video has provided you with powerful tools, techniques, and a deeper understanding, the true power lies in the consistent application of these concepts and the continuous action that you take daily. It's not enough to simply watch this video. You must embody these truths in your daily life and make them a part of your experience. This is not about passive learning, it's about active creation. It's about taking responsibility for your life and choosing to live it consciously. The power is yours, and now it's time to use it. What actions will you take today to embody your power? What will you create, starting now? And as you begin to take action, remember that there is an ongoing potential for expansion, exploration, and personal growth. Because this path of awakening is a never-ending journey that will continue to reveal new depths of your divine nature. Each conscious choice that you make and each intention that you set will open new possibilities and new pathways, and each step will bring you closer to your true self and your infinite potential. You will continue to evolve, grow, and become the divine being that you truly are, and the journey is always unfolding. What new heights are you ready to explore? What possibilities await you? And so you stand on the threshold of a new reality, and you are empowered and ready for action. You are ready to embody the truth that you are the conscious creator of your experience, and the journey has only just begun. You have laid a solid foundation, and the next steps are both achievable and highly desirable. You are now ready to take the next step, and to fully integrate this understanding into all areas of your life. And the next section will explore more tools and techniques that will support you in this process. And so, with that foundation in place, it's time to move beyond theoretical understanding and into the realm of direct experience. Let's begin with a powerful reality check exercise designed to disrupt your automatic perception and to highlight the constructed nature of your everyday experiences. Choose a familiar setting. Perhaps it's your living room, your office, or a walk that you take regularly. Instead of passively observing, actively engage all of your senses as if you are seeing this place for the first time. What do you actually see? Notice the colors, the textures, and the way that light interacts with objects. What do you really hear? Listen to the subtle sounds, the hum of the refrigerator, the distant traffic, or the gentle breeze. What do you feel? Pay attention to the sensations of your body, the chair beneath you, the clothing on your skin, and the air on your face. Instead of simply labeling what you see, hear, and feel, experience these sensations with a childlike wonder and a sense of curiosity. Now, start to question your assumptions about this environment, because the room that you believe to be solid is actually made up of atoms, swirling energy, and mostly empty space. The chair that you believe to be solid is actually just vibrating energy, and all of your senses are simply processing information that is being interpreted by your brain. What happens when you consciously reinterpret this environment and change your assumptions? How does the experience shift? This is more than just an exercise in observation. It's a direct way to connect to the observer effect and to understand the subjective nature of your perception. How does it feel to understand that your reality is not fixed? What assumptions are you ready to question right now? And from that place of heightened awareness, we can move into the conscious reprogramming of your subconscious mind, a process that extends far beyond simple affirmations. Start by finding a quiet space, closing your eyes, and taking a few deep breaths, and then allow your awareness to move into your subconscious, which is often symbolized as a vast, dark ocean. As you breathe, imagine yourself diving into the depths of this ocean, gently exploring the various layers, and bring your attention to the limiting patterns that reside there. These patterns are like old programs, and they are often associated with specific emotions. Perhaps you have a belief that you are not good enough, and this is often linked to the feeling of shame, or maybe you have a pattern of self-sabotage linked to the fear of success. When you locate a limiting pattern, don't judge it, simply observe it, and allow the emotion that is associated with it to be fully present. Now, consciously reframe that limiting belief. If you have a belief that you are not good enough, reframe it with the new belief that you are inherently worthy. Or if you have a pattern of self-sabotage, reframe it with the belief that you are worthy of success. Now, vividly visualize a scenario in which this new belief is fully realized and feel the emotions associated with this new reality. If you are worthy, how does that feel? If you are successful, what is that like? Allow these new emotions to permeate your entire being, and then repeat your new affirmation with conviction and feel the transformation occurring at the deepest level. This is a process of emotional alchemy, where you are transmuting old patterns into new possibilities. What limiting patterns are you ready to transform? What empowering beliefs will you embody today? And as you refine these techniques, let's explore how lucid dreaming can act as a powerful tool to directly experience and manipulate the nature of reality within the dream state. And this will serve to further highlight the malleable nature of experience. Start by keeping a dream journal, because as you become more aware of your dreams, you are more likely to become conscious within them. As soon as you wake up, write down everything you remember from your dream and pay attention to recurring themes and symbols, as these often point to the content of your subconscious. Now, before you go to sleep, set the intention to become lucid and remind yourself that you will recognize that you are dreaming. You can also try reality testing throughout the day, for example, looking at a clock, looking away, and then looking at it again. And if the time has changed in a strange way, you will know you are dreaming, and this practice carries over into the dream state. Once you become lucid, you are no longer a passive observer. You are now an active participant, and you can start to experiment with the dreamscape, changing the scenery, flying through the air, or having conversations with your dream characters. This is a direct experience of how intention can influence your reality, and the more that you experiment with the dream state, the more that you begin to understand that your beliefs are the active mechanisms that construct your world, both in the waking and dreaming state. This is not just about controlling your dreams. It's about understanding the deeper nature of your consciousness and about seeing the world as a projection of your inner state. What will you explore in your dream state tonight? How will you use this understanding to influence your waking life? And all of these techniques are leading us to the idea of embodied awareness, which means that your body can be a powerful tool to connect with the present and to access different states of being, because consciousness is not just a mental practice, it's a total experience. Start by bringing your awareness to your body and notice the sensations that are present in this very moment. What do you feel? What is the temperature of the air on your skin? What is the sensation of your feet on the ground? Now, begin to move your body with intention. As you move, pay attention to the sensation of each movement. How does it feel when you stretch your arms or when you take a deep breath? Conscious movement will connect you to the present and to your body's inherent wisdom. Breathwork can be used to calm your mind and to energize your body, so practice a few deep breaths and notice the impact it has on your state of being. Somatic awareness and connecting to the sensations in your body will help you to move beyond the thinking mind and to enter a state of presence. Sensory awareness will connect you to your environment. Notice the smells, the sights, and the sounds of your surroundings and see how they impact your body and your energy. These are simple daily practices, and you don't need to go to a yoga studio or a special location to embody this. You can do this in any moment, and it will bring you more into the present. How does it feel to connect to your body? What new awareness can you discover through movement, breath, and sensation right now? And as we explore these individual shifts, we must also consider the collective reality and how our thoughts, beliefs, and intentions influence the shared world around us. Because your personal transformation is not happening in isolation. It is part of a larger web of interconnected consciousness. Every thought that you have, every emotion that you experience, and every intention that you set contributes to this collective consciousness, like a single wave in a vast ocean. If you are experiencing fear, anxiety, or anger, then these vibrations will add to the collective experience. And if you are experiencing love, joy, and compassion, then these vibrations will elevate the consciousness of the whole. Your personal journey is not just about you. It's about contributing to the energetic field of the planet. When you heal yourself, you are also contributing to the healing of the collective. And when you raise your own vibration, you are helping to raise the vibration of the world. This provides a powerful framework for understanding how your individual actions have an impact on the whole, and that you are not just a passive observer in this world. You are an active co-creator, whether you realize it or not. How are you choosing to influence the collective consciousness? What vibrations are you sending out into the world? And this idea reveals that your personal transformation is not just for you. It's essential for the healing of the planet. And this is why we must move beyond the self-help framework and start to see how our personal journey connects to a larger purpose. As you raise your own vibration, you are contributing to the elevation of the collective consciousness, because it's like you are turning on a light, and that light will then help to illuminate the path for others. When you embody love, compassion, and joy, you create a ripple effect that inspires others to do the same, and this is a powerful contribution. When you overcome your own limitations, you are showing others that it's possible for them to overcome their limitations. And when you create a life of abundance and fulfillment, you are demonstrating the possibility of that life for others. This is why your personal journey is so important. It's not just about your own well-being, it is a vital contribution to the evolution of humanity. The power to heal the world is not in the hands of leaders or politicians. It's in the hands of each individual, and the more you embody your divine essence, the more you contribute to the healing of the whole. What does the healing of the planet mean to you? How will you contribute, starting today? And further to that, the power of shared intention reveals how we can create a powerful effect on reality, and it demonstrates the strength of a focused and unified collective. When individuals come together with a common vision, they create an energetic field that is far greater than the sum of its parts. Think of it like a group of people all focusing a laser pointer at the same spot. This focused attention becomes incredibly powerful. When a group of people meditate with a shared intention of peace, healing, or abundance, the effect is magnified by the number of people participating, and it creates a field of positive energy that can transform not just their personal lives, but also the world around them. This also shows that we can create powerful changes when we align our intentions with others, and we can amplify our creation process when we are part of a unified collective. This is why it's so important to choose your community wisely, and to be part of groups that are aligned with your vision, and to work with others to create positive change. This is not about creating a utopia. It's about understanding the power of collective intention and about aligning your individual vision with the vision of the whole. What vision are you ready to share with others? How can you connect with like-minded individuals to create meaningful change? And as these concepts layer together, we start to see the interconnected nature of reality and how we are all expressions of the same divine source. Because when you recognize this unity, you have the potential to create a more harmonious world. Imagine the ocean, and imagine that you are one wave in that ocean. You are both an individual expression of the ocean and also inseparable from the ocean itself. You are a unique wave, yet you are also the entire ocean, and that's how the collective consciousness works, too. You are an individual expression of the divine source, yet you are also inseparable from it, and that is also true of everyone else. When you see others as separate from you, this is an illusion, a separation that is not real, and it is this illusion of separation that creates conflict. When you understand that we are all part of the same source, then you realize that when you hurt someone else, you are hurting yourself. When you help someone else, you are helping yourself. And in this understanding, you can build a foundation of love, compassion, and unity, and move beyond the limitations of the individual and start to feel yourself as part of the whole. How can you embody unity in your daily life? What actions can you take today to create a more harmonious world? And as you start to embody these principles, understand that the path of transformation is not always smooth, and there will be challenges when trying to shift deeply embedded beliefs and patterns, because the journey requires patience, self-compassion, and unwavering persistence. You may find yourself returning to old habits, or that limiting beliefs keep surfacing, even when you have consciously released them, and it's important not to see these moments as failures. Instead, see them as opportunities for growth and for deeper understanding. The ego will often try to convince you that you are not good enough, that you can't do it, and you will have moments of self-doubt. But in these times, you must remind yourself of the power that you possess, and you must embrace the journey with all of its ups and downs. This is not a race to the finish line. It's an ongoing process of self-discovery and of personal transformation, so you must allow yourself to be human, and you must allow yourself to learn, grow, and evolve. How will you choose to navigate these challenges? How will you support yourself during times of difficulty? And as you navigate these challenges, it's essential to have strategies for dealing with fear and self-doubt, because they are often the biggest obstacles to personal transformation, and you can learn to work with these energies instead of being controlled by them. Firstly, understand that fear is often an indicator that you are moving beyond your comfort zone, and this means that it's a sign that you are growing, that you are expanding. Rather than seeing fear as something to be avoided, you can see it as a guidepost that is pointing you in the direction of your true potential. When you feel fear arising, don't try to suppress it. Instead, acknowledge it and observe it without judgment. Take a few deep breaths and notice where you feel the fear in your body, because there is always a somatic component. Is it in your chest? Is it in your stomach? What sensations are present? You are not your fear. You are the observer of your fear, and that is a vital distinction. Now, you can also use your inner critic as an indicator that you are moving in the right direction. If you are moving beyond your comfort zone, the inner critic will be very active, trying to convince you that you're not good enough. Start to see this inner critic as an insecure child that is afraid of change. And when you understand this, you can start to respond with compassion and love, instead of being controlled by its fear-based messages. How will you choose to relate to your fear and self-doubt? What empowering message can you give to your inner critic today? And as you explore these depths, we will now layer on a new perspective about the nature of reality, by introducing the concept of your multidimensional nature, because you are not just a physical being. You are a multidimensional being, capable of experiencing multiple realities simultaneously, and you are only experiencing one slice of reality at any given moment. This awareness opens the door to understanding that there are infinite potential realities, and that the reality that you are currently experiencing is just one possibility out of infinite possibilities. You have the potential to shift your awareness to different levels of existence, and you are not limited by your current perception of time and space. Think of it like a radio dial. You can tune into different frequencies and different channels, and just like the radio, you have the potential to tune into different realities, different timelines, and different possibilities. When you understand this, you start to see that your current reality is not a fixed, objective thing. It's just one option that you are currently experiencing, and this means that you have the ability to intentionally shift your awareness to other realities, to other timelines, and other possibilities, and these different realities are just different expressions of the same divine essence. What potential realities are you ready to explore? What will you discover when you shift your awareness beyond your current perception? And all of these concepts bring us back to the importance of the present moment, because it is the only place where your power resides, and the only place where you can create lasting change. As you move through your daily life, start to bring your awareness to the now, because as we have discussed, the past is just a memory, and the future is just an idea. The only thing that is real is this moment, and this is where you can engage with your power and where you can truly experience your divine essence. You can deepen your connection to the now through the practice of mindfulness and by paying attention to your senses, and you can also deepen your connection to now through breathwork, because your breath is a connection to the present. Whenever you get caught up in the past or the future, just take a few deep breaths and bring your awareness back to your body and back to the present. You are not required to stay in the world of thoughts. You can move your awareness into your body and into the present moment. This moment is the point of power. It's the place where your divine essence is fully expressed, and the only place where true transformation can occur. How will you choose to inhabit the present moment today? What will you create, starting right now? And with this understanding of the power of the present, we can reframe the idea of personal power and realize that it's not just about manipulating external circumstances. It's about living in alignment with your true self and about contributing to the collective good, because true personal power is not about control. It's about authentic expression. When you are living in alignment with your true self, you are not trying to force the world to conform to your will. You are simply expressing the unique qualities that you possess, and you are sharing your gifts with the world. Your personal power is a reflection of your connection to a larger system. And when you understand that you are a part of this system, you start to see that your personal power is not just about individual gain. It's about contributing to the whole, and the more that you live from this place of authenticity, the more you contribute to the collective. This approach to power moves beyond the ego and into the true expression of your divine essence, and this is what will bring lasting fulfillment and true joy, and what will transform the world. How will you choose to express your authentic power? What gifts are you ready to share with the world? And as we start to embody these ideas, we begin to see that every thought, every emotion, and every action sends out a vibration that impacts the collective consciousness, and that we are all contributing to the creation story of the world, whether we know it or not. Think of your thoughts, emotions, and actions as seeds, and the collective consciousness as a garden, and whatever seeds you plant will then grow. If you plant seeds of fear, negativity, and judgment, then these will contribute to the collective experience. But if you plant seeds of love, compassion, and joy, then these will contribute to the collective. And this means that you have the power to shape the world with every intention that you have. Choose your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions carefully, because they all have a profound impact. When you are kind to another person, you are creating a field of kindness. When you are patient with yourself, you are creating a field of patience, and you are contributing to the energetic field of the planet in every moment. This is not just a philosophical concept. It's a practical understanding of how your inner world shapes your outer reality, and how we are all co-creating this experience together. How are you choosing to contribute to the creation story? What seeds will you plant today? And this leads us to the understanding that awakening is not a destination. It is an ongoing journey of self-discovery and transformation. Because just when you think that you understand something, you realize that there is always something more, something deeper, and something more expansive. The journey of awakening is like peeling back the layers of an onion, and each layer reveals a new level of understanding, a new level of power, and a new level of joy. And this process is never ending. It is constantly unfolding, constantly expanding, and constantly evolving. This means that there is always a new opportunity to grow, and there is always more to explore, and this is something to be celebrated. This also means that there is no such thing as arrival. It's about embracing the continuous process of becoming and about enjoying the journey. When you release the need to arrive, you can start to relax and enjoy every moment, knowing that growth is an ever-unfolding experience, full of wonder and possibility. What new wonders are you ready to explore? What new possibilities will you discover as your journey unfolds? And finally, as all of these ideas come together, we begin to see that by embracing your divine nature, you can become a catalyst for positive change on the planet, because your personal transformation will be reflected in the collective experience. And the more you become aware of your divine power, the more you can use that power to create a more loving, harmonious, and abundant world. This journey is not just about you. It's about the contribution that you can make, the influence that you have, and the impact that you can create. You are not a victim, you are a divine being, and your personal journey will transform the world. You are important, your actions matter, and your choices will ripple outwards. You have the power to light up the world, and to inspire others to do the same, and this is why you are here. This is why your life is important, and that is why you have a responsibility to embrace your divine essence and to use it to create a better world for all. How will you choose to embrace your divine nature today? What changes will you make, starting right now, for the benefit of all? And so, let's reinforce the core message of this video and create a powerful closing statement that will connect all the ideas in a clear and memorable way. And that is, you are not a passive observer in this world. You are an active co-creator, and you have the power to shape your reality and the reality of the collective. You are a divine being, and your power is limitless. You are not bound by your circumstances or your limiting beliefs. You are free to create a new reality, and you are not alone. You are supported, you are loved, and you are part of a vast, interconnected web of consciousness. You are an essential part of the story, and the power to transform your world is, and always has been, in your hands. What will you create with this power? How will you shape your reality today? And know that this journey of self-discovery and transformation is a lifelong process, and every choice that you make, every intention that you set, and every conscious action that you take contributes to the unfolding story of your divine potential, and this is something to be celebrated. You will continue to grow, evolve, and discover new depths of your being, and this journey will be full of surprises, full of wonders, and full of possibilities. Embrace the ongoing nature of your transformation and understand that there is always more to discover, that there is always more to become. This is a path of infinite expansion, and you are ready for it, and you are now ready to embody this. What new chapters are you ready to write? What will you explore next on your journey of self-discovery? And now, it's time for a call to action, because it is not enough to just watch this video. You must now embody these principles, and you must use them to consciously create your reality. You must continue to explore, to experiment, and to push the boundaries of your understanding. You must take the knowledge that you have gained, and you must use it to transform your life, and to contribute to the collective good. And this is how you move beyond theoretical knowledge and into embodied understanding. And that's how you will see the real transformation in your life. True understanding comes through direct experience, so it's time to apply what you have learned and to become an active creator of your life. How will you choose to step into your power? What action will you take today to bring your vision into reality? And as we move towards the next section, let's create a sense of anticipation and excitement for the journey ahead, because this is not the end. This is just the beginning of a much larger adventure, and you are now prepared to step into the next stage of your growth and to experience the incredible possibilities that await you. The world is your canvas, and you are the artist, and you are now ready to create a masterpiece. What does this masterpiece look like? What will it feel like? You are now ready, and you are now capable, because your potential is truly limitless. What will you create, and what will you explore next? And so, having explored the depths of your inner world, it's now time to move into direct engagement with the very fabric of reality, to move beyond observation and into active participation in the unfolding of your experience. Let's begin with a powerful, reality-bending exercise designed to directly challenge your perception of what is possible. Choose a small, seemingly insignificant object in your immediate environment. It could be a pen, a coin, or a small stone. Now, with focused intention and unwavering belief, attempt to alter a minor aspect of that object. Instead of simply visualizing the change, actively engage with the object, projecting your intention as if it is an absolute certainty. If, for example, you are using a coin, intend that the image on the coin will appear slightly distorted or that the metal itself will feel warmer to the touch. As you engage with the object, allow the emotion of certainty to flow through you, as if the change has already occurred, and maintain this focus and feeling for several minutes, without doubt or expectation, simply as a knowing. This is not about trying. It's about actively shifting your perception and understanding that the seemingly solid nature of your world is malleable and responds directly to your focused intention. What minor changes can you influence with your focused attention? How does it feel to actively engage with reality in this way, moving beyond passive observation and into conscious creation? What does this reveal about the true nature of what you believe to be solid? And as you begin to understand the malleability of the material world, let's now explore a powerful technique for manipulating your perception of time. Because time, as you experience it, is not a fixed constant. It's a subjective experience that can be altered through focused awareness and intention. Find a comfortable space, close your eyes, and take a few deep, slow breaths, bringing your awareness to the present moment and to the space around you. Now, choose a specific activity. Perhaps it's listening to a piece of music or reading a short passage from a book. As you engage in the activity, set the intention to stretch the duration of your experience. That is, to experience the next 60 seconds as if it were 5 minutes. Instead of watching the clock, allow your awareness to fully immerse itself in the sensations of the experience, noticing the details, the nuances, and the subtle shifts that occur within that space. Allow your awareness to slow down, as if you are watching a slow-motion movie, and with your focused intention, extend that 60 seconds to feel far longer, not by thinking about it, but by fully experiencing it. Alternatively, you can also speed up your experience of time, and with the same focused intention, you can perceive a 5-minute activity as if it was only 60 seconds. This technique is not about making something happen. It's about understanding how your perception shapes your experience of time, and that you are not bound by the rigid constructs of linear time. What does it feel like to slow down and expand your experience of time? What new perceptions are available to you when you break free from linear time? How does this change the way you view the present moment? And now, to deepen your understanding of the creation process, let's explore the power of symbolic representation as a way to access deeper patterns within your subconscious and to amplify your intentions, because symbols are more than just pretty pictures. They are powerful keys that can unlock the door to the deeper dimensions of your mind. Choose a symbol that represents a specific desire or intention. It could be a heart to represent love, a sun to represent joy, or a spiral to represent growth. Now, take the time to meditate with this symbol, allowing your awareness to merge with it, and allowing the deeper patterns associated with that symbol to emerge within you, noticing the thoughts, the emotions, and the sensations that arise. As you meditate, vividly imagine that your desire is already manifested, and see the symbol as a doorway to that reality, as if that intention is now a certainty, not just a hope. Now, create a physical representation of the symbol, perhaps draw it, paint it, or craft it. And as you create this object, you are grounding your intention in the physical world, and you are amplifying its power. Place this symbol in a prominent location, and allow it to be a continuous reminder of your intention and a connection to the manifestation process. This practice is not just about visualization. It's about understanding the power of symbols, the language of your subconscious, and how they can connect you to the deeper creative forces within you and within the collective unconscious. What symbols will you choose? How does it feel to actively engage with your intentions through this symbolic representation? And as you begin to explore these techniques, it's important to recognize that your personal journey is not separate from the larger context of global change, that every time you shift your internal reality, it creates a ripple effect in the collective. This is not a metaphor. It's a fundamental understanding of how consciousness works, because your thoughts, your emotions, and your intentions are not confined to your personal experience. They are vibrations that resonate throughout the interconnected field of consciousness. When you release limiting beliefs, you are contributing to the release of limiting beliefs for everyone. And when you embody love, joy, and compassion, you are contributing to the expansion of these vibrations on the planet. This means that your personal practices have a profound impact on the world, and the more that you engage with your own transformation, the more that you contribute to the transformation of the collective. Your individual journey is linked to a larger global narrative, and each act of self-discovery and each moment of conscious creation has a profound influence on the future of humanity. What responsibility do you hold in this collective reality? How will you use your power to create a brighter future for all? And further to this, as you expand your awareness, understand that you are capable of accessing other dimensional realities, that you are not limited to the narrow band of experience that is often called the 3D world, because your consciousness is far more vast than your physical body or your limited perception. Through practices such as deep meditation, sound healing, or altered states of awareness, you can begin to perceive other realities and move beyond the limitations of your current perception. In deep meditation, as your mind becomes still, you can start to perceive subtle energy fields, and you can access deeper levels of awareness that are not available in your ordinary waking state. With specific sound frequencies, you can activate different regions of your brain and open up portals to other dimensions of experience. You can also explore altered states of awareness by working with your breath, and when you do, you may experience different aspects of reality, see colors that you have never seen before, or perceive information that is beyond the limits of your usual 5 senses. And with practice, you can consciously access these different dimensions and move beyond the limitations of your 3D perception, and gain access to new levels of understanding. What new dimensions of reality are you ready to explore? What new experiences are available to you as you expand your awareness? How will you step into these new levels of being? And this exploration reveals that your divine blueprint contains the potential for limitless expression, and that you are not limited to one specific form or experience, because you are far more than your physical body, your personality, or your current circumstances. You are a vast potentiality, capable of expressing yourself in a multitude of ways. Think of a seed. It holds within it the potential for a vast tree, with countless branches and leaves. And just like the seed, you hold within you the potential for countless forms of expression, and you are not limited by your current beliefs about yourself or your capabilities. You have the potential to be anything that you choose, and to express yourself in any way that you desire. This means that the limiting beliefs that you hold about yourself are simply that, beliefs, not fixed realities, and you have the power to transcend these self-imposed limitations and to explore the limitless possibilities that are available to you. This understanding is not just theoretical, it's something that you can actively test in your own life through exploration, experimentation, and the intentional choosing of new possibilities. What limiting beliefs are you ready to challenge? What new expressions of yourself are you ready to embody? How will you begin to embody your limitless potential, starting today? And further to this, you must now expand your understanding of consciousness as a universal field that connects us all, and that you are not separate from the source of infinite intelligence and potential, because this means that you are part of the universal consciousness, and that you have access to the unlimited wisdom, knowledge, and creative potential that lies within it. Think of the ocean. It is vast, and it is connected, and all the waves are part of the same ocean, and this is also true of consciousness. We are all part of the same field of consciousness, and we are all interconnected. The concept of quantum entanglement shows that two particles can be linked, and they can influence each other even when they are separated by vast distances, and this can also be applied to consciousness. You are connected to everyone and everything, and the more that you understand this, the more you can tap into the universal wisdom, knowledge, and creative potential, and realize that your individual existence is part of the collective, and that when you access your personal power, you are also accessing the power of the universe. What does this interconnectedness mean to you? How will you use this universal connection to create a more loving and harmonious world? And this understanding of your multi-dimensional nature and your connection to the universal field is not just a pathway to enhance your personal power. It's a way to create a more harmonious world based on unity, cooperation, and understanding. Because when you understand that you are part of a larger whole, you move beyond the limitations of separation. And you realize that the actions that you take towards others are also actions that you are taking towards yourself. When you act from a place of unity, and when you approach every situation with compassion and understanding, you are creating a foundation for a more peaceful world. This understanding requires that you step beyond your individual concerns and begin to see how your personal actions impact the collective. And when you do this, you realize that your personal transformation is not just for you, it's for the benefit of everyone. This requires that you live from a place of integrity, love, and understanding, and that you actively contribute to the creation of a more harmonious and abundant world. How will you begin to embody unity and cooperation? How will you use your awareness to build a better world for all? And now, as you continue to move towards this deeper understanding, let's explore the concept of shadow work as a necessary step on your journey of awakening. Because the shadow, those parts of yourself that you have suppressed or ignored, is a vital component of your wholeness. And by confronting the shadow and integrating it, you will become more complete. The shadow contains all of the parts of yourself that you have disowned, your fears, your insecurities, and your negative emotions. And when you ignore these parts of yourself, they often manifest in destructive ways and create limitations in your life. To engage with your shadow, you must first be willing to look honestly at yourself, and you must be willing to see the parts that you have tried to hide. And this often requires that you spend some time in self-reflection or journaling and be willing to acknowledge your deepest fears and insecurities. When you do, you can start to see them as parts of yourself that need to be loved and integrated, and you can begin to see these negative qualities as a source of power and of potential that are awaiting your conscious attention. What parts of yourself are you ready to explore? What will you discover when you confront your shadow with compassion and understanding? And further to this, as you journey into your own depths, you need to implement specific methods for deconstructing the long-held limiting beliefs and emotional patterns that keep the illusion in place, because the beliefs that you hold about yourself and the world will shape your reality. And if these beliefs are limited, you will experience a limited reality. Start by identifying the specific limiting beliefs that you hold, the beliefs that tell you that you are not good enough or that you are not worthy of love, and then ask yourself where these beliefs come from, and are they truly yours, or have you simply accepted them from others? Once you have located the limiting beliefs, then you can use journaling prompts, emotional inquiry, or self-reflection to dig a little deeper. You can ask yourself, what is the evidence to support this belief? What are the emotional triggers that bring it to the surface? What positive intention could I have created that is now expressed in a limited way? By understanding the root causes of these beliefs, you can start to see them as illusions, not as fixed realities, and that you have the power to choose different beliefs, beliefs that support your growth, your expansion, and your well-being. What limiting beliefs are you ready to release? What empowering beliefs will you embody today? And as you explore these beliefs, you must now be aware that the illusion often presents itself as a temptation or a distraction that uses fear, desire, or attachment as mechanisms to pull you back into your old patterns. And this is a very subtle trap, and it's important to recognize how these temptations may present themselves in your daily life. Perhaps it's the temptation to judge another person, or the desire for external validation, or the attachment to a particular outcome. And all of these things pull you back into the old patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving. It can be as simple as getting caught up in the news, or getting into an argument, or seeking comfort through unhealthy habits. When you recognize these temptations for what they are, you can start to see them as simply distractions, and you can consciously choose to redirect your attention back to your true self, back to the present moment, and back to your intention. This is not about avoiding these temptations. It's about understanding them and knowing that you have the power to choose differently. How will you choose to respond to these temptations? How will you redirect your energy to your own truth? And finally, as you become more aware of these distractions, understand that the most effective way to dismantle the illusion is to completely embody the understanding that you are the creator of your reality, and that every moment you are creating your experience. And this requires you to act from a place of empowered presence and to live in alignment with your true self at all times. It's not enough to intellectually know that you are a creator. You have to embody this understanding in every moment, and you must live from a place of intention, choice, and love. This means that your actions must be aligned with your highest aspirations, and that you must be committed to the truth of your own being. And when you live from this place of empowered presence, you can start to see the illusion for what it is, simply a set of limited beliefs. And when you embody this understanding, you can transform your reality. And you can begin to create the world that you truly desire, because you are not just a passive observer, you are a conscious co-creator. How will you choose to embody your creative power? What new realities will you manifest from a place of empowered presence? And as we layer this understanding, let's explore conscious co-creation as a way of working in alignment with the divine, understanding that you are not acting as an individual agent, but as a co-creator with a higher intelligence, and that your actions are part of a larger divine plan. This approach to creation is about moving beyond the ego and into alignment with the will of the divine, and this means that instead of focusing solely on your personal desires, you are now aligning your intentions with a greater purpose, with a higher vision. And when you do this, you become a conduit for the divine, and you are creating from a place of love, joy, and compassion. The first step in conscious co-creation is to align your personal intention with the will of the divine, and this requires that you connect to your heart, and you ask yourself, what is the highest good that I can create for myself and for the world? Then align your intention with that purpose, and when you do this, you are not acting from ego, but rather you are aligning with the divine source of creation, and you are transforming the world from the inside out. What higher purpose are you ready to align with? How will you begin to co-create with the divine? And building on this, you now have the capacity to use your divine powers to manifest solutions to global problems, such as environmental issues, social injustice, and economic inequality, and that this is not a vague call to action. It's a practical understanding of how to apply your creative power to the world. Because when you understand that you are not limited by your circumstances, you can start to see the possibility of creating a better world. And when you focus your intention on the desired outcome with clear purpose and emotional conviction, you can start to bring that vision into reality. This means that you are not simply wishing for a better world. You are actively creating it, and you are using your divine power to shift the patterns of reality, and this is not something that will happen in the future. It is something that you can begin to do right now. Start by focusing your attention on the problems that you wish to solve, and then focus on the desired outcome, and with focused intention, create the positive solution. Use your imagination to visualize the solutions that you want to see, feel them with your heart, and act from that place of knowing. And by doing this, you are changing the collective consciousness, and you are creating a ripple effect of positive change. What global problems are you ready to solve? How will you use your creative power to transform the world? And as we move forward, let's expand on the concept of unconditional love as the most powerful force in the universe. Because love is not just an emotional state, it's an active vibration, and it is a force of creation, and it has the power to transform the world. This form of love is not conditional. It's not based on merit or worthiness. It's a love that is freely given and is freely available. And this love is not just a feeling, it's an active vibration, and it's a potent force for healing and transformation. To connect to the vibration of unconditional love, start by directing this love toward yourself. And this is not selfish, it's a necessary step. And you must first love yourself fully before you can fully love others. And you can cultivate this love by choosing to be kind to yourself, by choosing to treat yourself with compassion, and by choosing to forgive yourself for your past mistakes. Now extend this love to everyone and to everything, and see everyone as a reflection of the same divine essence, and practice kindness, compassion, and forgiveness in all of your relationships, and this will start to transform the world. How will you connect to this vibration of unconditional love? How will you express this love to yourself and to others today? And finally, as all of these concepts come together, let's weave together the personal and the collective journey by highlighting that your individual transformation is an act of service, and that your divine nature has the power to shape the destiny of the world, because your journey of self-discovery and transformation is not just about you. It's about the contribution that you make to the world, and every step that you take towards your own wholeness has a ripple effect on the collective. When you release a limiting belief, you are contributing to the liberation of humanity. When you embody love and compassion, you are creating a field of positivity, and when you live from a place of authenticity and joy, you are an inspiration to others. Your personal transformation is essential for the evolution of humanity, and you must see yourself as an essential player in this game, and that is what you are. The world needs your unique gifts and your unique perspective, and you must embrace your divine nature and use it to create the world that you want to see. What is your unique gift? How will you share your light with the world? And so now, let's bring all of these threads together and reiterate the core message of this video with crystal clarity, so that you will never forget what is truly possible, and that is, you have the power to permanently alter your reality, that you are not bound by your limitations, and that you are in control of your experience. You are a divine being, an active co-creator, and the architect of your own life, and you are not at the mercy of your circumstances, your past, or your limiting beliefs, because you have the power to transcend all of these things, and you are the one that can choose your path forward, and no one else can do that for you. You have the power to transform your reality, and you have the power to contribute to the transformation of the collective, and that power is not in the future, it's right here, right now. What will you choose to create with this understanding? How will you shape your life from this moment forward? And this leads us to a powerful call to action, because it's not enough to simply understand this information. You must now embody it, and you must use it to consciously create the world that you want to experience, and you must not delay, because the time to act is now, and the fate of the collective, and the fate of the planet depends on your awakening and the choices that you make today. This is not about waiting for someone else to save us, or for some future event to transform everything. It's about taking responsibility for the world, and for acting with intention, love, and compassion in every moment, and you have the power to bring about that change. This requires that you step into your power, that you release all the limiting beliefs that you hold about yourself, and that you live every day with the intention of creating a better future for all. How will you choose to step into your power? What action will you take today to create the world that you want to see? And as you step into this power, please understand that this journey is not over. It is an ongoing process of self-discovery and transformation, and each new level of understanding brings with it an even greater potential for growth and for exploration, and that there will always be new depths to explore, new mysteries to uncover, and new possibilities to embrace. This is an infinite journey, and it is something to be celebrated, and you must never stop learning, never stop growing, and never stop exploring the infinite potential that you hold within, because this journey is full of wonder, full of joy, and full of discovery, and that the more that you allow yourself to be on this journey, the more that you will see the truth of who you are. What new mysteries are you ready to explore? What new levels of understanding are you ready to embrace on your journey? And so, we must now set up the conclusion by creating a powerful sense of empowerment and anticipation for what you will now create, by reminding you of your true nature and your infinite potential, and you have everything that you need within you to bring your dreams into reality, and you are not limited by your past, your circumstances, or your limiting beliefs, because you are a divine being. And you are a powerful co-creator, and you now know what to do. The power to transform your life and to create a better world is in your hands, and you are now ready to use that power to live your highest destiny, and you are ready to transform the world. How will you step into your power? What new realities will you manifest with your infinite potential? And so, as you begin to grasp the immensity of your creative power, it's essential to understand the subtle ways in which the illusion maintains its grip, often by manipulating the very mechanisms of your mind. And one of the primary tools it employs is the creation of thought loops, those repetitive patterns of thinking that keep you trapped in cycles of fear, doubt, and limitation. Because these thought loops function like a broken record, playing the same negative themes over and over again, and these loops are often triggered by external events or by negative emotions. And when this happens, your mind begins to repeat the same stories, the same criticisms, and the same worries, again and again. For example, you might experience a moment of criticism from a colleague, and this can trigger a thought loop of self-doubt, in which you begin to question your abilities, your worth, and your potential. Or perhaps you've had a disappointment in your love life, which can trigger a loop of negative self-talk and self-blame, and it is these thought loops that keep you bound to old stories and old patterns. To break these cycles, you can use specific techniques, such as thought interruption, and this involves noticing when a negative thought loop begins, and then consciously interrupting it by choosing to shift your focus to something more empowering. For example, when you notice the self-doubt emerging, you can say to yourself, "I am choosing to think differently," and then immediately bring your attention to a positive affirmation, a gratitude practice, or a beautiful memory. Another powerful technique is emotional regulation, and this is about learning how to manage the emotions that often trigger these thought loops. By taking a deep breath, engaging in physical movement, or choosing a different perspective, you can transform the emotional energy that powers these negative loops and reclaim your mental space. What thought loops are you ready to interrupt? How will you choose to regulate your emotions? And further to this, you must understand that the illusion often operates through the use of distractions, presenting a never-ending stream of information, stimulation, and entertainment, designed to keep you focused on the external world and away from your inner knowing, because this continuous barrage of external stimuli creates a barrier to self-awareness, and it keeps you from turning inward and asking the deeper questions. And it is through this constant stimulation that the illusion maintains its hold. For example, the constant updates on social media create a state of perpetual comparison, in which you are constantly measuring yourself against others, and you are kept in a state of wanting and lack. And the endless stream of news cycles often creates a state of fear and anxiety, and it keeps your attention focused on external events rather than your inner experience. And the constant stream of entertainment, from movies to games, can keep you in a state of passive consumption, and it takes your attention away from active creation. To reclaim your attention and break free from these distractions, you must consciously cultivate focus and create space for contemplation, and you can begin by setting aside specific times each day to turn off the noise and to turn inward. This might include a daily practice of meditation, time in nature, or time spent in quiet reflection or creative expression. And this is not about avoiding the external world. It's about creating the space to choose where you put your attention and to make sure that you are in charge of your energy, rather than being dictated to by external forces. What distractions are you ready to release? How will you choose to cultivate focus in your life? And as you continue to explore the mechanisms of the illusion, you must now understand that one of its most potent strategies is the illusion of separation. And this is a false belief that you are separate from others, separate from nature, and separate from the divine. And it is this illusion of separation that is perpetuated by the ego through comparison, competition, and judgment. And this deeply impacts your personal well-being and the overall collective. When you believe that you are separate from others, you are much more likely to engage in conflict and competition and judgment, and you are more likely to see the world as a place of scarcity and limitation, and this creates a self-fulfilling prophecy that causes you to perpetuate the very things that cause the pain. For example, when you judge others, you create a sense of separation, and this is often based on superficial differences, like wealth, social status, or beliefs, and you forget that beneath the surface, all beings share the same essence and the same desire for love and connection. To dissolve this sense of separation, you can cultivate empathy and compassion, and you can practice seeing through the illusion of other, and begin to experience unity, because this can be done by consciously focusing on the shared humanity of others, and by looking for the divine spark that resides within each person, and you can engage in acts of service and kindness, which serve to break down the walls of separation, and these practices move you into a place of seeing everyone, not as separate individuals, but as part of the same interconnected web of life. How will you choose to dissolve the illusion of separation? How will you cultivate empathy and compassion in your life? And further to this, the illusion also operates through conditioned responses, which are automated patterns of behavior that keep you locked in repeating cycles. And these patterns are often triggered by external events or by inner feelings, and they create a feedback loop that keeps you in a reactive state, rather than in a creative state. And these conditioned responses often operate unconsciously, and they cause you to respond in predictable ways, often without your awareness or your conscious choice. For example, you might have a conditioned response of getting angry when someone challenges your beliefs, or perhaps you might have a response of withdrawing or becoming passive when you feel overwhelmed, or maybe you will automatically say yes when someone asks you for a favor, and yet you will feel resentment for having done it. These patterns are often established in childhood, and they become deeply ingrained in your subconscious, and they create a series of self-perpetuating loops that keep you in the reactive state. To break free from these automatic patterns, you can practice conscious pausing, and this simply means creating a space between stimulus and response, and you can do this by taking a deep breath, noticing your reactions, and choosing to respond consciously rather than simply reacting. And in this moment of pausing, you are creating the space to make a different choice. And this puts you in charge of your own reactions, and it restores you back to a state of agency. What conditioned responses are you ready to challenge? How will you use the practice of conscious pausing to reclaim your power? And as you begin to understand the deceptive mechanisms of the illusion, it's now time to explore how to embody your divine nature through direct experience, and that involves moving beyond intellectual understanding and into a full sensory engagement with the present moment, because the world around you is not just a collection of physical objects. It is also a multi-dimensional tapestry of energy and information, and by consciously engaging your senses, you can awaken to the deeper layers of reality and begin to directly experience the divine. Start with a practice of sensory embodiment, and this means focusing your attention on the sensations of your body, the feelings of your skin, the rhythm of your breath, and the energy that flows through you. Take the time to notice the subtle tastes and smells around you, and explore the visual world around you with fresh eyes, and allow your awareness to be drawn to the colors, the patterns, and the textures, and listen to the sounds around you, and really notice the rhythms and the frequencies, and these practices open you up to the multi-dimensional nature of your experience. And they create portals to access deeper levels of awareness. This is far more than a simple mindfulness exercise. This is a direct pathway into the divine nature of your being, where you can transcend the limitations of your mind and move into direct experience. How will you begin to engage your senses to directly experience the divine? How can your body be an access point to higher states of awareness? And building on this, you can further enhance your experience of the divine by consciously aligning yourself with higher frequencies of consciousness through vibrational alignment. Because everything in the universe is energy, and that energy is constantly vibrating, and your emotions, your thoughts, and your intentions all generate a specific vibrational frequency. And these frequencies attract similar experiences that are constantly creating and recreating your reality. For example, when you are feeling joy, love, and peace, you are vibrating at a high frequency, and this will tend to attract experiences that are aligned with these feelings. On the other hand, when you are feeling fear, anger, and resentment, you are vibrating at a low frequency, and this will tend to attract experiences that are aligned with these lower frequencies, and you can consciously choose to shift your vibration by focusing your attention on states of joy, love, and peace. And these are not just fleeting emotions, they are powerful frequencies that shape your reality. You can use practices such as meditation, affirmations, gratitude, and acts of kindness to elevate your vibration, and you can consciously choose to surround yourself with uplifting environments, people, and experiences, and these practices will help to create a positive feedback loop that reinforces the higher states of experience and that actively shapes the reality around you. How will you consciously align with higher vibrational states? What techniques can you use to shift your frequency? And as you begin to tune your vibration to these higher states, it is important to access your own heart center as a direct pathway to experiencing the divine within, because the heart is not just a physical organ. It's a center of wisdom, love, and compassion, and it is through the heart that you can access a deep knowing that goes far beyond your intellectual understanding, and you can open your heart center by consciously focusing your attention on the area of your chest, and by allowing the feelings of love and compassion to flow through you, and this goes beyond simple feeling to a place of knowing and experience. You can actively cultivate heart-centered awareness by engaging in practices such as loving-kindness meditation, which can help to expand your capacity for love, compassion, and forgiveness, and by choosing to live from a place of love rather than fear in every moment. When you make choices that are aligned with your heart, you will move into an experience of true connection, and you will bring forth a more authentic expression of who you are. And through the heart, you can access a deep sense of unity, and you will realize that you are not just an individual, but an interconnected part of a larger whole, and this knowing is the key to unlocking your divine nature. How will you choose to live from your heart? What actions will you take today to open your heart center? And further to this, you can now directly connect to your inner guide, your divine self, which is always available and can be accessed through intention, quiet contemplation, and conscious awareness, because this connection provides a sense of inner guidance, inspiration, and clarity on your path, and it's not an external source, but a connection to your own infinite wisdom. And the first step is to set the intention to connect, and to allow yourself to move into a quiet space of contemplation, where your mind can become still, and you can consciously listen for the whispers of your inner guidance, and these messages can come in the form of subtle feelings, intuitive insights, or sudden clarity of thought. You can then use practices, such as journaling or meditation, to deepen your connection, and to make it more clear and available, and this is not about hearing an actual voice. It is about learning to trust your inner knowing, and this connection is always available to you, and it will provide you with a sense of direction, clarity, and confidence, and it will guide you on your journey. What steps will you take to connect with your inner guide? What questions will you ask as you listen to its wisdom? And as you continue this journey of inner exploration, you must now understand that every moment of your life is a choice point, where you have the power to choose between the illusion and your true nature, and becoming aware of these choice points is essential for breaking free from the automated patterns of behavior and the limitations that keep the illusion in place. Because these choice points are often subtle, they are small moments where you have the opportunity to choose a different path, and these choices might seem insignificant in the moment, but they have a profound impact on your overall experience, and they are the moments where you can choose to react out of fear or to respond from love. You can choose to stay stuck in your old patterns, or to step into your highest potential, and the key is to become aware of these moments, and to consciously choose, rather than to simply react. And by implementing the practices that we have already explored, you can begin to recognize the patterns and the triggers that often lead to these choices, and you can choose differently. What will you be more conscious of? How will you exercise your agency in each moment? And with this awareness of choice comes the ability to practice conscious decision-making, which involves making choices that are aligned with your highest values and your deepest truths. And this is a pathway to freedom and empowerment. And instead of making decisions based on fear or habit, you are now making choices based on your inner compass. And that requires that you first connect to the wisdom of your heart, and you ask yourself, what is the most aligned choice that I can make in this moment? What is my inner guide telling me? How can I express my deepest truth through this action? And once you have clarity around what the aligned choice is, you can then take action, and you must be aware that many of the choices that are offered are designed to keep you in the illusion, and they are often presented as the path of least resistance, and they are designed to keep you comfortable and compliant, and you can start to recognize these disempowering choices by how they feel. And if they feel heavy, if they cause you tension, if they are not aligned with your inner knowing, then these are the choices that you need to step away from. How will you choose to make decisions? How will you recognize and align with your inner compass? And further to this, you must now choose to live your life with intention, and you must consciously choose to align with your highest potential, because living with intention is about infusing every action with purpose, and it means that you are now actively choosing how you will create your life, and it shifts you out of the role of a victim and into the role of creator. Intentions are not the same as goals, because a goal is a destination, a place you want to arrive at, and an intention is a direction, a way of being, and living with intention is not about trying to achieve a specific outcome. It's about aligning your actions with your highest values and living in accordance with your inner vision. And when you are aligned with this vision, you are infusing all aspects of your life with purpose and with meaning. Intentional living requires you to ask yourself before each action, does this action bring me closer to my highest potential, or does it take me further away? What intention will you set for the day? How will you choose to live with purpose and meaning? And as you begin to make these choices, you will come to realize that true freedom is not about escaping the world. It's about choosing how you engage with the world, and that is where your power truly lies. And you can actively choose to engage with the world from a place of love, rather than fear, from a place of unity, rather than separation. And this is how your choice shapes your reality and your personal destiny, because it's not your circumstances that determine your future. It's the choices that you make in every moment. And when you choose love, you are creating a world of love. And when you choose unity, you are contributing to the collective unity. And when you act from a place of compassion, you are healing the world. And these choices are not always easy, because the illusion is designed to keep you trapped in old patterns, but with your awareness and with your intention, you can choose differently, and you can shift your entire world. And every moment is an opportunity to create a more beautiful future. How will you choose to engage with the world? How will you shape your destiny with your choices? And as you embody this power of choice, you must understand that your personal transformation creates a ripple effect, and that your individual actions have a profound impact on the collective consciousness and the entire world. And this means that your personal journey is not just for you, it's for the benefit of all. When you release limiting beliefs, you contribute to the liberation of humanity, and when you embody love, you contribute to the expansion of love in the world, and every action, no matter how small, has the power to create change. And when you act from a place of kindness and compassion, you are inspiring others to do the same, and your individual actions, when combined with the actions of countless others, create a powerful force for change. And it's in this understanding that your personal journey takes on a much deeper meaning, because you are not just changing your own life, you are also changing the world. What ripple effect are you creating? How will your actions inspire others to awaken? And further to this, you must understand that you are not alone in this journey. You are part of a larger, collective creation. And when individuals come together with a unified intention, they can create an even more powerful force for transformation. And this means that you are not working in isolation. You are a part of something bigger. And when you connect with others who share your vision, and when you are aligned with a unified intention, you can create miracles that are far beyond the scope of your individual efforts. And many communities have demonstrated the power of unified intention. And there are countless examples of people coming together to create amazing things. And this reveals the power that is unlocked when you are united, and when you move forward with collective focus. And it is in this unity that the power of shared intention is multiplied, and you are able to create changes that could never be achieved on your own. How will you connect with others to create collective change? How will you contribute to the power of shared intention? And as we deepen our understanding, we need to explore planetary healing, because your personal awakening is intertwined with the awakening of the planet. And when you heal yourself, you also contribute to the healing of the earth and its inhabitants. And this is not just a metaphor, it is a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all life. Because your personal actions have a direct impact on the environment, and your personal vibration directly impacts the global consciousness. And when you choose to live in harmony with nature, and when you choose to treat all beings with respect and compassion, you are contributing to the healing of the planet. This is not just about recycling and reducing your carbon footprint. It's about consciously choosing to live in accordance with the laws of nature and to restore the balance that has been lost. And this is about understanding that you are not separate from nature. You are a part of it, and when you heal yourself, you are also healing the planet. How will you align your personal growth with the healing of the planet? What actions will you take to contribute to its restoration? And finally, you must understand that we are all interconnected through consciousness, and that the choices that you make today will create the world of tomorrow, and that there is a powerful interconnectedness between all beings, and that we are all part of a collective web of awareness. And the more that you recognize this, the more that you understand that your individual actions have a global impact. And when you choose to live from a place of love and compassion, you are creating a world that is more loving and more compassionate. You are a part of the collective whole, and when you awaken, you are not just changing your own reality. You are changing the reality of everyone and everything, and this places an enormous responsibility on you, because every choice is a vote for the world you want to create, and every action is an act of creation, and it's your choice that determines the destiny, both for yourself and for the collective. What choices will you make today that will create a more beautiful world? How will you live from a place of interconnectedness and love? And so, it is essential that we reinforce the urgency of embracing your divine potential and to take immediate action and to break free from the illusion, because you have the power to permanently alter your reality, and now you must embody that power. And this is not a game, and it's not something that can be delayed. It requires action right now, and this action must come from the responsibility that comes with knowing this information. And when you are aware of your power, you must choose to use it consciously and deliberately, and you must step into your role as a co-creator. And this requires that you move beyond simply understanding this information, and that you actively embody it in your daily life, in your actions, and in your choices. You must not wait for someone else to make the changes. You must be the change, and you must take responsibility for the world and for your own reality, and you must embody your power to create a life that is based on your highest vision and your deepest desires, and this requires courage, commitment, and an unwavering determination. What action will you take immediately to embrace your power? How will you choose to embody your divine potential today? And further to this, you must take full responsibility for your own reality, and you must understand that you are not a victim of circumstance. You are the active agent of change, and you have the ability to create a life that is based on your highest vision, and that is based on your deepest desires. And when you choose to believe in your own power, you will move beyond the limited belief that you are at the mercy of your circumstances or your past, and you will realize that you have the power to choose your future. This is not just positive thinking. It is an understanding of the nature of reality and the power of your consciousness, and it requires that you move beyond your limiting beliefs and the old stories that have kept you small, and that you step into your authentic power and your true potential, because you are not just a passive observer, you are an active participant in the creation process. And it's time to claim your rightful place as a co-creator, and to shape your world in accordance with your inner truth. How will you choose to take responsibility for your reality? What beliefs will you release to step into your full potential? And as you step into this new understanding, know that this video has provided a framework and a set of tools and techniques, but it is your consistent application of these principles that will determine the depth and the speed of your transformation, and that this is a journey that will require commitment, perseverance, and courage, and it is not something that will happen overnight. And it will require that you move beyond intellectual understanding and into embodied action, because knowledge is not enough. You must actively integrate these principles into every aspect of your life, and you must consistently practice the techniques that have been presented, and you must continue to grow, to learn, and to explore the infinite depths of your being. And as you continue to move forward, you will begin to create a more beautiful and more authentic reality for yourself and for the world. And this is a journey of constant discovery, and it requires unwavering dedication. How will you commit to consistent action? What challenges will you meet with courage and perseverance? And now, as we move into the conclusion, we have set the stage for the final message, and for the next step in your journey, and I have reminded you of the incredible potential that lies within you, and that you are now ready to embrace that potential, and to transform your world, and you must remember that you have everything you need within you to bring your dreams into reality. And you are not limited by your past, your circumstances, or your limiting beliefs, because you are a divine being, and you are a powerful co-creator. And now you know what you have to do, and you know that the power to transform your life and to create a better world is in your hands, and you are ready to use that power and to live your highest destiny. And the time has come to move forward with confidence, with love, and with unwavering intention, and you have all of the power that you need. How will you step forward with confidence and power? What new possibilities are you now ready to embrace? And so, as we reach this culmination, remember the core revelation. The reality you perceive is not a fixed, external world, but a construct created by your own consciousness. Think of it like the Matrix, a meticulously crafted simulation designed to keep you from realizing your true potential. But here's the key. You are not trapped in this simulation. You have the power to unplug at any moment, to choose to see through the illusion and step into your true power. You are the one you've been waiting for, the one who can consciously create their own reality, and you have the ability to change your entire world from the inside out. You're not limited by your circumstances, by the programming you've received, or by limiting beliefs that have been imposed upon you, because these are not real. They are simply part of the illusion, and they can be dismantled by embracing your true nature, by stepping away from old stories and old patterns, and consciously creating new ones. This is the moment where you choose to discard the old and step into the new with clarity, with purpose, and with a deep sense of knowing. What old stories are you ready to release? How will you actively step into your power right now? And further to this, remember that you are not simply a human being. You are also a divine being, an expression of consciousness, with unlimited potential that extends far beyond the confines of your physical body or your mental constructs. You are a spark of the divine, and you carry within you the power to create, to transform, and to experience the infinite possibilities that lie within. This is not just a concept. It is a deep truth that you can feel in your heart, and it is the doorway to your empowerment. You're not limited by the boundaries that have been placed upon you. You are not a victim of your circumstances, but an active co-creator of your experience, and you have all the tools, all the understanding, and all the ability to create the life you desire, to live from your highest potential, and to make your dreams into reality. The power you seek is not outside of you. It lies within, and the information that we have shared has given you the keys to unlock that power and to take charge of your destiny and create the world you desire. How does it feel to know the infinite power that is within you? What dreams are you now ready to bring into reality? And now, let's expand this understanding beyond the personal, because your individual awakening is not just about your own fulfillment. It's about creating a better world for everyone. And it's about understanding that your personal transformation has ripple effects that impact the entire collective consciousness. Your journey is not isolated. It's a vital part of the collective human story, and every step you take towards your own awakening is a step towards the awakening of the planet and the evolution of all beings. You are not just helping yourself, you are helping everyone, and your actions have a far greater reach than you can possibly imagine, because everything that you do affects everything else. You are creating not only your world, but the world, and when you understand this, your journey takes on a much deeper meaning and significance. How will you choose to use your power for the benefit of all? What ripple effect will you choose to create? And further to this, understanding your divine nature is essential for addressing global challenges, such as climate change, social injustice, and economic inequality, because your personal awakening will create a more harmonious world based on unity, compassion, and understanding. And it is in the recognition of our shared divine essence that we can dissolve the false beliefs that create separation and conflict, and that we can move into a world based on love, kindness, and true connection. And this is the opportunity that we have to transform the planet by transforming ourselves. When you act from a place of love, you are creating love in the world. And when you act from a place of compassion, you are creating compassion in the world. And it is your individual transformation that is the key to transforming the collective. And it is your choices that will determine the future of our world. And you are a vital part of the solution. What role do you see yourself playing in the transformation of the world? How will you contribute to the creation of a more harmonious future? And with this new understanding comes a deep responsibility, the responsibility to create consciously, to choose love and compassion over fear and separation, and to use the knowledge that we have discussed for the highest good, because your power is not something to be taken lightly. It is a sacred gift that should be used with wisdom and intention. You are responsible not only for your own reality, but also for the impact you have on the collective. And that means every choice you make, every action you take, must be aligned with your highest values. And it is through conscious choices that we create the world that we desire, and that we create a better reality for all. And it's vital that you now embody that responsibility. That you step into the role of a conscious creator, and that you move forward with intention and awareness. How will you choose to use your power responsibly? What actions will you take to embody love and compassion? And as you move forward, know that your journey is part of a much larger human story, and that you are contributing to a collective narrative that has been unfolding for millennia, and that your journey has an impact that reaches far beyond your limited perception, and that every single act of conscious creation is vital to that narrative. You are connected to all beings, both past, present, and future, and your individual actions create the world for future generations. And you are not just living your own story. You are also shaping the story of humanity, and that provides a great sense of purpose and connection, and that all of your choices are vital to the unfolding of the human experience. Your journey is not isolated. It's interwoven into the tapestry of existence, and your unique contribution is vital to the whole. How does it feel to be part of this grand narrative? What unique contribution will you make to the human story? And so, let's resolve the initial question about the nature of reality. It is a flexible, fluid, and malleable experience, and it is shaped by your consciousness, your intention, and your beliefs. It is not a fixed or a solid thing. It is constantly changing and evolving in response to your awareness, and by understanding the observer effect and the way that beliefs shape perception, you are now able to see how you create your experience from the inside out. You are the artist, the creator, and the architect of your own reality, and you have all the tools that you need to design a life that is based on your highest vision and to make your dreams into reality. And it is with this knowing that you are able to step into your true power and consciously shape your world. What is your new understanding of reality? How will you use this knowledge to shape your future? And further to this, let's resolve the question about your identity. You are not just a human being, you are a manifestation of divine consciousness, with the power to create, to transform, and to experience the unlimited potential within yourself. You are a spark of the divine, with the full power of the universe behind you, and you are not limited by what you believe to be true of yourself, or by what others have told you about yourself. And now you know that you are limitless, that you have all of the power and all of the potential that you need to create anything that you can imagine. This is not just a belief, it is an embodied knowing, and it is the key to unlocking your highest potential and to stepping into the reality of your own divine power. What does this knowledge of your divine nature mean to you? How does it transform your understanding of who you are? And now, let's release the tension by acknowledging that the journey is ongoing and that your exploration will never be fully complete, but that you now have the tools to navigate any challenges or obstacles with strength and courage and with unwavering intention. There will always be more to learn, more to discover, and more to explore, and that is part of the joy of this journey, and it is a new beginning rather than an end. And this is not a final destination, but a launching point, and you now have all the information that you need to create your own destiny and to fully realize the power that is within you. How will you choose to navigate the challenges of life? What is your next step in your ongoing journey? And finally, we must fulfill the pattern of inner transformation by highlighting that this journey is not about escaping the world. It's about transforming yourself from the inside out, and that inner alignment creates outer change. Your outer experience is a direct reflection of your inner state of being, and when you align yourself with love, with compassion, and with your deepest truth, that transformation will be reflected in every aspect of your life. You are not here to escape this reality. You are here to transform it from the inside out, and this is the secret to creating true and lasting change, and it is your inner transformation that will shift the world around you. What will you transform within yourself today? How will your inner alignment create outer change in your life? And so, let's step into a new perspective. The end of this video is not the end of the journey. It is a new beginning, a call to action, to step into the next phase of your growth, your understanding, and your exploration. You have so much potential and so much power, and there are endless possibilities that are waiting for you to discover them. And this is not the time to stop. It's the time to move forward with excitement and anticipation for what is yet to come. And your journey is only just beginning, and the future is filled with endless possibility. What new beginnings are you ready to embrace? How will you step forward with excitement and anticipation? And further to this, there are clear and practical ways that you can continue on your journey. You can continue to practice all of the techniques that we have discussed consistently and with intention, and you can explore new practices that resonate with your soul and you can continuously challenge your beliefs and expand your awareness. This is a journey of constant learning and growth, and there is always more to discover, and there is always more to explore, and there are endless opportunities for self-reflection, and there are countless ways that you can continue to expand your conscious awareness. What new practices are you ready to explore? How will you continue to challenge your beliefs? And now, let's create a sense of excitement about your future exploration, because there are new discoveries that await you. There are deeper understandings to be had, and there is an ever greater potential for you to embrace, and you are now invited to step into the unknown with courage and with an open heart, and to continue to grow, to learn, and to discover more about your divine nature. This is not a journey with an end point. It's an infinite exploration, and there is always more that you can discover, and you are always expanding your awareness and your experience, and the future is filled with infinite possibility. What new discoveries are you excited to make? How will you embrace the unknown with courage and an open heart? And finally, I invite you to fully embrace your divine nature, to step into your role as conscious co-creators of reality, and to actively participate in the transformation of the world, because the time has come for you to embody the knowing and to move into action. You are not just here to observe. You are here to participate, and you are here to create, and you now know that you have the power to create the world you desire and to step into your highest destiny, and you are invited to embrace your power and your responsibility and to make your dreams into a tangible reality. And it is up to you to choose the path that you will take and the future that you will create, and you are now ready. How will you embrace your divine nature? What actions will you take to create the world you desire?